Welcome back, everybody. It is Three Scoundrels in a Cantina. I am your host, as always, Old Man Logan 76. I am so glad to be back. Everybody that's online, thank you. Hopefully, more will show up. Hello, ask questions, do your thing. But my hosts, Avant, Bob, what is going on, guys?
Not much, brother. How you doing?
Good. I may be a little distracted. There's some preseason football with my team on, but it's pretty much garbage time at this point. But yeah, I got the game on my other screen. But no,
It's
things
that time
are
of the
things
year.
are good. It is. We got football.
Avant, what you up to, brother? How'd your week go?
Pretty good, man. I've had a busy work week, and I am currently, uh, let's see, 9 out of 13 rounds through a fantasy draft. So,
I know. And Bob,
It's that
you
time
said
of
our
year.
fantasy draft is this Sunday.
Yes.
and I'll have you know I have 0 Chiefs players.
Yeah, and that's why you're gonna lose. Actually, I've noticed that
No?
Chiefs kind of curse people. Even though he passes it around to so many different people, that it kind of screws people over, and it kind of takes away from the running backs as well.
Well,
Yeah,
seeing as how we got off on this little side tangent on football, real quick, let's throw out a side note. Bob and I on Bob, what date did I say we were going to start and we were going to do it?
You said September 5th or 7th. I don't remember which one it was. I want to say it's the 7th, but
it's the Tuesday before, obviously, the first game of the season, the Thursday night game, and then Sunday kickoff where everything kicks off. We're going to start doing, for those of you that are into the NFL, we're going to start doing a NFL podcast just for the season, analyzing each game, spreads, picks, injuries, who's going to win. I eat, breathe, sleep NFL football. If you haven't seen some of the ramblings that I go to on our Discord, I talk crazy amounts of NFL. I love I actually look at stats. I love numbers. I love knowing what players do, how teams function. I'm a nut. So
I'm surprised you haven't played fantasy football with as much as you know about football.
And it's just I don't know. I've heard other people talk about it. I just never. It was.
It's not something you have to spend hours on, man.
It's not.
No, it's something.
I mean, you can. You easily can.
Yeah, it depends how
That's
much.
Why I'm a stat hound. That means I'm going to be during the draft. I'm going to be a wreck.
That means that means you're going to be ahead of everyone else probably because of how much you spend on there. You're going to naturally know more than most, so you're not going to need to put any extra research. Unless it's just unless it's a player you've never heard of that you end up getting.
But I've heard people that play say that they pick just a team's defense. Like you don't have to pick individual defensive players. You can pick. Correct. Like one guy said to me, I've got the Niners defense, and I was like, oh, and this was last year, and I was like, oh shit, well, your fantasy D is doing well then if you got San Fran.
That's who I have this year.
Oh, yeah. You fuck. Oh, that's.
So the way it's set up now, everyone's different. You can pick. Some people do 1 or 2 running backs. Some do more. Some do 1 or 2 wide receivers. Some do more. But it comes down to quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense, kicker. What am I missing? There's one more. I feel like I don't know, but that's about it. All you have to pick. So you'll do good, man. You'll have fun.
We cut kickers this year. No one picks a kicker.
Dude, sometimes a kicker can win it for you.
Or the kicker can miss 3 extra points and lose it for you.
Yeah.
Well, just so everybody knows, real quick, starting with Avant to Bob, then me, who's the NFL team that you support?
New York Giants.
Chiefs, baby. Mahomie.
Mm-hmm.
Run it back, baby.
Yep. I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Diehard. I mean, if you couldn't tell from the fucking background, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, I
didn't know. Didn't even notice.
Eat, breathe, and gold. Inquisitor said Vikings. Dude, I know we're getting off on a complete side tangent, but SWGOH had no news, so fuck it.
I agree. This can be like a random.
That Netflix series, other than, I'm sorry, my suspicions were confirmed that Patrick Mahomes' wife is just completely annoying. God bless her. But, dude, Kirk Cousins is this. Dude. Kirk Cousins, like you legit felt bad at the end of that game against the Giants. Like I know Avant didn't, but
No, I didn't.
I like the Giants too. I like what they're doing. But I like the Vikings, and I've always liked Kirk Cousins because he's a Star Wars and a Lord of the Rings fan. So
well, Avant, I want you to know that my bride to be, my fiance, is a diehard Giant fan. And every Sunday she watches football with me, even if the Giants or the Steelers aren't playing. We just love watching football.
Nice.
And that one play, I can't remember, was it like might have been Daniel Jones's first or second year. He had the ball and he was running, and it was wide open. It was 7 points, and he tripped over his own.
Yeah, he tripped over the grass.
And oh my God, my fiance will never let him live that down. Whenever he starts running, she always goes, "Oh, fucker's gonna trip."
That is an amazing GIF. I will send it to someone in the Discord one day if they stumble like on something.
They trip up on a team and gag.
I actually think the Giants are a sleeper team in that division. I really do. I think if Saquon plays, I think Daniel Jones is finally really getting it. Brian Daboll is an amazing coach. I mean, if you look at the way the Buffalo Bills regressed after Brian Daboll left and how the Giants have flourished because of Brian Daboll, because the Giants head coach had a big hand on Josh Allen's game when he was there in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
He left and went to the Giants, and now look at Daniel Jones starting to figure shit out and has a Saquon Barkley and maybe, I mean, the biggest issue with the Giants has always been the offensive line, and it feels like that is slightly improved from last year.
Yeah, they're shoring that up.
And the defense was always hard hitting. I mean, those two games, and again, Kirk Cousins, those two games you had with him, the first game you had, that was towards the tail end of the season. And then shortly, a few weeks later, you met him in the playoffs and you beat him. And both games, you kicked the shit out of Cousins. Like you smacked that poor old man around.
Sure did.
Yeah,
And then there's Bob, who's, just the fucking Chiefs.
Hey, it's not like I joined the bandwagon, man. They've had some hardships. The Todd Haley era with Matt Castle and all that other stuff. That was some
Bob, I remember back in the day, Elvis Gerback was your quarterback.
That was before my time, but I know exactly.
Tell me your age without telling me your age.
Sorry.
Yeah, my dad.
I still remember Neil O'Donnell throwing an interception twice in the second half of the Super Bowl in '95. Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that was Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Jay Novacek.
Oh,
that was the Dallas dynasty that the Steelers hit that year in '95.
People are still holding on to this day.
Well, I'm old, so yeah, it's still heartbreaking.
Oh, are you a Dallas fan?
No,
well,
Dallas won the Super Bowl in '95. I was a Steeler fan. We lost.
Oh, they played the Steelers. I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Cowher to this day is the only coach who has the fucking stone cojones to call an onside kick right out of the half and then get it. So there you go.
He was always rumored to go to the Chiefs, but he never did. I think they were trying.
I think a lot of teams pitched some offers to him when he was doing the NFL Sunday thing, and no, I think he did his thing in Pittsburgh. He started there, he ended there. He got his Super Bowl ring. He coached a lot of great teams, had a lot of great defenses, and he was done. He did it.
Yeah,
he got a Super Bowl.
Yep. Well, that's a little preview for what to expect for our show.
I would like to congratulate you for derailing the podcast for 10 minutes about nothing before we got started. That was amazing.
No problem. That's what we were going for.
Like everybody came here wanting to talk SWGOH and double drops, and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Like,
but what about the Bears?
Is this ESPN the Ocho 5? Like, what the fuck are we listening to?
That's funny. Well, you can only talk about double drops for so long, so I think it's all right to have a little. This is, like I said, this is a preview of what to expect here in about a week when me and Logan do our show. But we can do a segue into SWGOH. What do you guys say?
Yeah, let's do it.
SWGOH segue. All right, so yeah, there's really no news from CG, but the title of the show did say we're waiting on a Drogon. Like, what do we think at this point? Have we even discussed when we think Leia's going to drop? I mean, we don't have Drogon yet, so what do we think the timeline is right now?
I mean, it all depends because CG, when they dropped the marquees for Jabba, they released Jabba in game before all of the marquees were farmable. Like some of them, you still had to farm them through shipments. They weren't even on nodes yet. But all the other GLs, they made everyone node farmable and then made the GL live in game. So I don't know.
Don't they usually do big drops like this at the end of the quarter? You know, they have quarters. I don't know how long those quarters are, but it seems like they drop these at the end.
Yeah, for financials, yeah, they have quarterly reports, and
end of September will be the end of the quarter, Bones.
Yeah, so they may want to hit like a threshold, but I don't know. I think, and we're going to get into this, but I think with us getting double drops, which I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but did this not seem like left field? Like we're just getting double drops? That doesn't happen often.
They're wanting to be nice now. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Double drops. I think Drogon's getting dropped real quick, and I think more details for Leia are incoming. Like a possibility.
And then they're going to drop the new raid.
Yep. And then you're going to have to make a choice.
It's going to be rapid fire, I think.
Yep. That's what I'm sensing. They're going to wait for this quarter to end. And then for the next quarter, because we just had double drops, they're going to drop some shit. That's just I mean, I could be 100% wrong, but that's just my prediction.
I don't know. I think we're going to get Drogon soon. I would think like next week. I would have thought this week, but here we are talking about how he's not here.
No, he's not. Still not here. And that's the other weird thing. This is just like this is a made up character, and we even right now we have no idea what this team is going to look like.
No. You mean the GLA team?
Yeah, we don't. There's, I mean, other than Drogon, who we still haven't gotten yet.
Well,
we know obviously he's going to be there, but the other three, we don't. We don't know.
And they said that Drogon would be part of the team, right? For sure.
They did.
Okay. We're all saying R2D2 just because he was R8, and it makes sense, but we don't know that.
I mean, I would like to see Leia, Drogon, R2, Lobot, and Lando.
That's the most boring team I've ever heard of. I would hate to have Lobot.
Lando would need a rework. That's first generation outdated kit. That is not.
Well, they said that Leia's kit will be like an offensive kit where you like pick a target, and then it sounds like it almost kind of gives me vibes of bounty hunters and contracts, where like she'll point someone out, and then if you like kill the target, then you get some kind of bonus. So like a high offensive character. So maybe Drogon will be like a. Do you think he'll be a tank or an attacker?
Well, I have a feeling because the post they'd already done had said that Leia was going to be an offensive team, so I'm pretty sure Leia is going to be an attacker.
You think I could see her as a support?
Really?
Kind of like calling shots on the battlefield.
Then Drogon would have to be an attacker because with no other marquees coming, and like who's going to be the big damage dealer on this team?
I don't know, but I would expect like Wicket or somebody as well, like one Ewok because she's indoor Leia, so you're going to get Drogon, R2, probably an Ewok. I would say Wicket.
No, I don't think. I think the Ewoks are going to stay with the Ewoks.
But you have Nisa. Nisa is coming in to fill in for a piece that's going to be taken out of that Wicket or out of that team.
No, I do. I think the Ewoks stay where they are. I do think. I mean, obviously, Drogon I do think R2 because you did have to bring him to Relic 8.
I bet you there's an
Lobot's
Ewok.
I think Lobot is a strong possibility just because they already said that a rework is incoming.
Right. Why else would they rework Lobot?
Exactly.
But it makes no sense. I guess not everything has to make sense in the game, but like, did she even see Lobot? But like for a second,
Yeah.
but they didn't fight in the indoor. They didn't fight on indoor together.
They were on Cloud City together, though.
That wasn't Return of the Jedi, though. I'm thinking Return of the Jedi characters because
because I think
Lobot orchestrated her rescue with his little helmet thing, whatever it is.
That's before Chewbacca tried to choke out Lando.
I could see it being an Ewok over Lobot all day, and I could see it being Lando over an Ewok or Lobot. So I could see Lando being it because he was in there in Return of the Jedi. But I think we need to think more Return of the Jedi like, because I just don't think they had enough Return of the Jedi characters to make as requirements. That's why we have Empire Strike Back as characters. But I bet the actual squad is going to be Return of the Jedi based because it's also the anniversary of Return of the Jedi.
Well, here's the other thing that I thought of. Now it was said somewhere that Drogon had like artificial arms or something to that effect.
I think he's going to be missing an arm.
He didn't have like mechanical implants. Like he doesn't have like a something bionic.
No one's seen him before. Kate said that he was in Return of the Jedi, but they said that it's a made-up character that they're making up for the game.
It is. This is
so we never
made up
him.
for GL Leia.
I think he has 4 arms. I don't think he's missing an arm. I think he has extra arms. That's my guess.
No, well, I think he's an amputee. The way their wording was about his kit, I think he's missing a limb.
We're really bored when we're trying to figure out how many limbs the new character has.
The speculation is real. Motherfucker got 2 arms, a third arm, the fastest man on 3 legs.
He definitely has a third leg, I heard. Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, I'm just wondering if he's got like a bunch of,
I'm gonna pull up the post and read it because now I want to know.
I mean, I can try looking around for it. I don't know.
No, I'll pull it up and read it. You guys keep talking.
I just remember some shit about Homeboy not having an arm, and like that's something to that effect. But it kind of got me thinking: what if something like that? Like if they're going to rework Lobot, then Drogon's kit is going to have to have some sort of. He's obviously going to have Rebel synergy, but Lobot synergy is really. I mean, he does have the Rebel tag, doesn't he?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Lobot?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I'm looking that up.
TK says he thinks JKL is going to be on the team.
No.
I mean, he's
returning. I think he's staying with Jedi Master Luke. I think is where he's staying.
Yeah, unless he gets a lifter, there's no way you could take Luke from.
Yes, Lobot is a rebel. So, I'm thinking. Could Drogon have like an I don't remember the post. If he has like some sort of weird fucking artificial arm, could he be considered rebel and have like kind of a droid tag? Because Lobot synergize. I mean,
that's what I'm just hoping they like. I hope he's not on the Leia team. I hope he like makes a better droid team. Like helps us make a cool droid team or something.
That would be cool. I would like that.
I would rather them do that. I don't know what, but maybe somehow where Ugnaught could be like a partner with him with the rework. Maybe his kit could make Ugnaught better, and then somehow fit into a droid team. Maybe they'll make Lobot a leader because he was like the leader. But he was like Lando's second in command, so he could get a badass leadership or something that could be like a droid leadership.
Mm-hmm. So we did mention earlier double drops. So with that in mind, let's kind of let's just bring it over to Avant because he does the thrift shopping thing. So Avant, you start. It's double drops. What do you think are the most efficient way to go about this?
Hands down, Cantina energy. You should be farming signal data. That is, if you have only one thing that you can do for double drops, it should be signal data with your Cantina energy.
Yep, I used that's mainly what I farmed, and I got all my Inquisitors to 5, so I'll be able to unlock Grand Inquisitor tomorrow. So I might stream that because I heard it's pretty crazy and hard. So maybe I can get some.
It's
help.
A little challenging, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get some help modding and stuff, and that'll be fun.
And then on top of the Cantina energy, I mean, it really depends what part of the game you're in. I'm not really farming too many character shards, but I think everyone could farm Chirotechs if you have a couple crystal refreshes to burn. I know I've been farming. Those are the two. I'm doing. I'm doing Cantina, normal energy, and fleet energy. Fleet energy, I think, is the least important of the three, but I am farming my Captain Rex shards with the like normal hard node, or with the hard node, and then using the rest of my energy to do light side 7B, the Chirotech node for shock prods. But personally, for double drops, I hoarded Cantina energy. I did not hoard regular energy because I was doing the additive drops the 4 days before to get Captain Rex and Nisa shards. That seemed more worth it to me than hoarding my energy for Chirotechs.
How far did you get them? Nisa,
that's a good question.
Rex. I didn't go. I didn't go very hard on it, so.
I was really torn between trying to go for one and get one all the way to 7 stars, or if I should just divide the energy. And I ended up doing probably like 65% of my energy towards Captain Rex on the light side nodes and 35% of my energy to Nisa. I have Nisa at 61 out of 65 and Captain Rex at 54 out of 85.
That's not bad. I saw people were 7-starring him.
Apparently there was some bug, shocker, where if you were farming, like if you had a Galactic Legend and you were doing things to get GL tickets, it was like accelerating the rate of which you were getting shards to drop for the additive drops.
That's crazy.
Or so I was told.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw that they looked into it, and they said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, they said.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Move along.
Hey, Porg 4140, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope all's well.
Oh, hit the fucking button.
Yeah.
Hit the button.
If you guys are listening, no matter where you're at, hit the goddamn button.
Hit the button.
Look around, hit a button somewhere. That's what I do. That's how I play SWGOH. You just click buttons. You click them all day. Can you just click the button, please?
All right, so we're talking about double drop, so I guess it's safe to go into that the old man has prolonged the inevitable long enough. It's just time I do it. Get it the fuck over with. All right. So as many of the followers of the channel knew, the start of August, I started a month of free-to-play. And I'm sure the fact that I'm even bringing this up is going to lead some people to immediately assume, yeah, he done fucked up. And you would not be wrong. God, what day did I message you guys? Because it was the day I broke it. I did.
It was like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah. So
I think it was when the additive drop started.
Fuck.
CG got him, boys. CG1, old man 0.
CG dangled that carrot right in front of you. Here you go.
Yeah.
He was getting hungry. The yacht was starting to get rust on it. He had to get it cleaned and polished.
I needed several mates to swab the deck Yeah,
I had to come back to work.
bad, you know. So I did. It was a good fight. I fought the good fight. I will say at the end of this experience, I do have I have a newfound respect for free to play. That is rough. That because I mean I don't know how you deal with the temptation. Maybe it's because I always have been a spender. Maybe that's it. But that was rough to see some packs in the store that I know I normally would buy and I would just perfectly accept my fate. And for 3 weeks, I was like, "Fuck, dude, I can't buy that." Like, oh,
I
like,
just picture him in rags, like a castaway out in the middle of the ocean in his yacht with no gas. And there's rags, and he's starving, and he's living off like I don't know sardines or something. He's doing the best he
what is
can.
it? It's the 499 pack for like 600 crystals. I think just the first crystal. It's been there since the game was. Every now and again I would buy that just to keep my crystal income. If I would farmed a little too much on this, I would buy that regularly. And for 3 weeks, I couldn't buy it, and it drove me nuts. And I would slowly watch my crystals just dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And it literally, like, there was one night I was upset. I actually think I yelled at one point, "Fuck!" And of course, my beautiful bride to be looks at me and goes, "What is your problem?" I go, "I'm not even going to go into this because you wouldn't understand." But
What were you mad about? What'd you say fuck about?
because I think it actually was the moment that I found out that Nisa, those bonus drops, and just all the news that hit, I was like, "Fuck, really? This month, really?" And I did. I broke. I didn't make it the full month, but again, for you free to play folks, uh, tip the cap several times. So that being said, double drops because I dropped some cash and got my crystals back to a area that I thought was respectable.
What's a
And
respectable level of crystals?
I started double drops at 8K,
Okay.
and most of that I'll spend just refreshing the shit out of stuff that's double drops. So basically, double drops. It's signal data, Chirotech. That's it.
TK, he did refill the yacht, my friend. Unfortunately,
Yeah, TK, I bailed, dude. I'm sorry. It's not like I was trying to save the whales or cure cancer. It was just like hey, am I gonna like this? And guess what? I didn't. So
Shocker, you did not like it.
he's like one of those people that go on Naked and Afraid, and they're like, "I got this. I have all these skills. I can do it." And like 2 days in, they're like, "Out of here. I gotta go. I have air conditioning at home. Why the fuck am I out of here?"
you know what? To be 100% honest, if double drops and these bonus drops and all this shit hadn't happened, I probably could have made it. But I can't. Like, I feel like double drops are just so important. It's so much signal data you're missing out on. It's a ridiculous amount of signal data.
How many refreshes do you do?
I do 1 200 and then I stop.
Okay, well, I'm doing just as much on free to play. I'm actually doing all 200s actually, and stopping at 400. And guess
Yeah,
what?
but I'm also
and I just 6-starred Leviathan too a couple days ago.
yeah, but I also buy the smaller the random Nisa shards that come up. 16 shards for like 800 or something like that.
Oh
Or
yeah,
but
yep. See, that's
I buy those.
that's a whale. You can't do that free to play. That's what whales do. You can't be a whale appetite on a free to play diet. Anyways,
For me right now, Nisa and Scout Trooper are almost 6-star. So
Crafting Way said, if I was a spinner, you wouldn't stop me from spinning too. Yeah, I talk a lot of shit, but if I was balling and I could spend money on here, I would I'd be at number one right
again,
now.
I thought it was something fun. It was something different. Why not? I mean, really, in the end, it is just a game. But it is one of the hobbies I have. It's not like I really spend my whatever.
I think at the end of the day, it's good for you to get a little feedback about like what it would be like to be free to play, just to like I don't know, it gives you a different perspective, right?
Like I could not imagine starting the process of obtaining a legend and then how long it would take to finish it being free to play. Like I could not.
Like 4 to 6 months.
Yeah. There's just no. By the way, what did all of you guys think about all those store purchases for those the GL packs? Those were interesting.
Yes.
I don't know the packs. What was in them? I don't know what you're talking about.
It was decent shards for a lot of characters you needed for a GL chase, but there was also packs in there for Star Killer. Like the store had some really interesting shit recently.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do know about the store currency 330 shard packs, and also the packs that were giving droid brains as well. You know what I'm talking about? For 8,000.
They're the shard shop currency packs. You could spend 8,000 to get a character, like 330 character shards, and the other one was like 5,000 shard shop currency to get either 5 droid brains or 5 Gearda keypads, and then a Zeta mat and like either Omegas and like a 5% chance to get an Omicron mat.
Oh no, all my shard shop currency goes to data cache daily, every day.
Yeah, that's a good use for it.
I just don't feel like I can get some of that. I can get that gear elsewhere. Whereas after a while, if you're really into Datacrons and you're crunching them out and you want a good library for that set, you're going to need that cash because that stuff you end up spending it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So Avant, didn't you buy those packs? The shard shop packs?
I bought 3 of the shard shop packs.
Wait a minute, Avant, you spent?
No, I spent
it's
shard shop currency, not actual money.
I thought you meant you spent money. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
No. I bought 3 of the packs that were the 5,000 shard shop for either the keypads or the droid brains. I wanted to get Gearda keypads, and I got 2 packs for droid brains and 1 for Gearda keypads. So
you didn't buy the character pack? I thought you did.
No, I have all those characters at 7 stars.
Oh, okay. I did, and I got Spirit. I was pissed.
Yeah. That's why I didn't do it.
You got Night Sister Spirit?
Yeah, and I already had her 7 star. Like if even though I don't want her, but I wish at least I hadn't farmed her, but somehow I got her. I don't remember farming her.
So Bob, how are you approaching double drops? What are you doing during this time? And as free to play, how many crystal refreshes are you spending?
So I hoarded a bunch of currency, or not currency, campaign energy before. So I'm farming the Cal Kestis shards, but just like I would every day, right? 125 refresh on each character, and then the rest went into Chirotex to gear up those characters, those said characters. I'm also doing all Cantina refreshes up to 400, and I'm putting that all into relics to get all my Inquisitors up to Relic 5. I got that done today, so tomorrow I got to do the Grand Inquisitor event. Now, starting tomorrow, I'm going all in on signal data, like you guys have said, and I'll just continue to do my regular farms on shards, like I do every day.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to our discussion about Drogon. I will read you verbatim from the forums what CG said.
Oh, fuck. This means I'm wrong.
Next up, we are thrilled to introduce a new original character into the Star Wars galaxy, Drogon. A rebel captain who fought with the rebellion on Endor and is a key part of the GL Leia squad. Since birth, Drogon has not just had a limb difference, but also sense of justice and passion to help those in need.
Okay, that doesn't say whether he has 1 or 3 or 5 or 6.
It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
And since he was born makes me think that he has more than 2, because why would you be born with less?
Because it's CG.
Come on, CG, prove me right. For some reason, Drogon, the name, it's a single name. It's not like Drogon Jackson or Drogon Manwalker or anything like that. So I think it's a creature, and I think it's going to be the same thing from Solo, the guy that flew the little cargo plane.
I hope he is a character like that, like some kind of alien species with more than 2 limbs. That would be pretty cool.
Same.
Like cooler than Trench, though.
Yeah, much cooler than Trench. Good lord. Oh, what a waste of a conquest. It was decent when he had Datacron, but ugh.
Yeah, what about Dad Bod Boba? R.I.P.
Oh,
Well, he's useful in rote platoons.
It's such a fun mode, rote platoons.
So I had a weird thought. Now that we're in the midst of double drops, this doesn't happen very often. Do you guys think this is something that should happen maybe a little bit more often? Is there enough catch up in the game? Should we just take what we get?
I mean, I wish this was going on year round. You know what I mean? I can't say they can't. They could always do it more. I wouldn't complain.
That's probably a stupid question.
You're right. But at the same time, it would take a lot of the challenge out of it, right? It would take a lot of the grind out of it. We'd all have everything, and we'd be bored. So that's why I play it, because I enjoy the grind somewhat. But I mean, I think they could do it a little bit more, though, and it'd still be fair. I think it's cool that they're doing this. I truly think, for some reason, I don't know why. I have no tinfoil theory for this, but for some reason, they're wanting to be nice to us, and it seems like they're trying to make up for things. And
maybe soften the blow for something.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess, but I think they're going to drop Leia, and you're still gonna have to wail to get her the first time. I think they're just doing it differently, and they're still.
Do you think?
Go ahead, buddy.
Do you think this is like their way of saying, we're sorry the crate raid didn't last that long. Here's some extra materials.
It could be, because for how long the crate Dragon Raid lasted, for some of the investment that some players put in, like, putting more relic material into their Mandos or their Tuskens or their Old Republic, or putting more relic material into Hut Cartel, it wasn't around long enough for you to, I don't know, really get your return.
I don't know. I guess it's hard to map out what your return is and if your investment was worth a return. But I mean, you did get good loot from your investment. Like the amount of Guild 3 currency that your guild got versus like someone like our guild, you got a lot of good stuff to take characters from Relic 5 to Relic 7 or 8, just with all of that like top end gear.
Whether that's true or not, it still leaves a bad taste in your mouth for it to last this long,
I can hear Pico in the chat right now. He hasn't said anything yet, but I can hear him. He's going to come in and say, well, do you want to give all your gear back then? All your loot that you earned?
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
His point is very valid.
Indeed.
But really still, like, give us a little bit more time. I mean, I don't desire another raid already. I don't.
But I think the other thing is, it was every 3 days. You were getting refilled on energy, depending on the guild you're in, every 3 days.
And although a new raid's cool, it wasn't something that was on the top of my list in the first place.
But here's the other thing. When is the last time you heard anyone bitch about Carbantes?
Well, they fixed that squeeze.
When was the last time you heard anybody bitch about squirt guns, stun cuffs? Like
I wasn't bitching about anything but chirotex before raids were changed. Like, yeah, I'm sure we have more than what we did before. I'll say that. I think the economy is better. I was the first one to grab the pitchforks whenever that came out. But
my only disagreement with the new raid is I don't feel like they should have taken all of the Mark III out of it.
Yeah, like leave a little bit behind.
Like at a certain threshold you get 200, 500, 800. Like, give people who are not going to get Leia, who, okay, their troopers are all Relic 5, maybe, Piet's at 9, maybe you've got, Dark Trooper somewhere, nobody, not a lot of people are ready for their fucking Ewoks for this. That's like literally the Ewoks are the Jawas of this raid.
Well, the good news is you're only going to need 3 of them.
Yeah, it's true.
And there are 3 of them required for GL Leia. So you will have 1 Ewok team.
Wasn't CLS usable in this raid?
No, I think it's Jedi Knight Luke.
Is it Jedi Knight Luke?
Crafting Way brings up an interesting point in the chat. He says, I think if they had more double drop events, they'd get people to spend money more. One of the few things I'm willing to spend money on is the Conquest Pass and crystals for hella refreshes.
I totally agree with that. And real quick, I want to say Dragon Champions, they used to do like seasonal events every 2 to 3 months, and they had like a leaderboard. It was temporary, but like you would compete and do like feats throughout the entire game. And if you did certain things so many times, think of it as conquest, but throughout the entire game, right? So you would get points for that, and you would go up in leaderboards, and the more chests and the more you spent and everything, the higher you get, and you get like a premium character you couldn't get anywhere else at that time or something. It was worth making people wail on. And that would make people, that kept people from hoarding, free to play, whatever. Because every 2 or 3 months, everyone would want to unleash all their resources to try to get up as high as they could in the leaderboards to get this new character or premium resource or whatever that you couldn't get anywhere else. And I think that's something this game lacks that would make them a lot of money, and actually would be kind of fun for us players if they did something more like that. But this double drops thing is kind of the same idea. It's a reason for characters to get ahead a little bit, but at the same time, you're going to now spend all your load, and you're going to have to start over from scratch, and all the whales are going to have to replenish their resources, and it gives them the reason to make money and make you to whale, but at the same time you feel good about it. So it's a win-win in a way.
Dream Pack. CG ever did a Dream Pack in the store. $50. You get 2 days of double drops.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
$50 is your price for that?
$50, 2 days of double drops.
Sounds about right. Like that's enough to like keep
That's
dolphins
enough to
away.
Entice almost anybody. 2 days of double drops. It's a lot of signal data.
And you could have different packs for different sections of the game.
But, however, it's for the Cantina energy and the regular energy, like what they're doing with double drops right now.
All right. So in chat, how much would you be willing to pay for 2 days of double drops? I think that's a good viewer question. We can interact.
Folks, I said $50, 2 days for what we're getting right now. The regular energy and the Cantina energy.
I don't pilot a yacht. I'm more of like a pontoon boat type of guy. So my answer would be about $20.
I'm the guy with the goggles and some flippers.
But would you rule out 50?
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $50.
And that's kind of probably what they want. They don't want everyone to be able to get it, but people willing to spend 50 can and get ahead. I would do it.
I think that's an interesting idea, though.
I think $50, some people might bend and go, dude, that's a lot of extra shit.
I don't know.
And you could prep for it. You could hoard for 2 weeks. Bang.
Right, because it's like something you pay and it just boom activates it in the game for you.
Yeah,
that's an interesting thought.
Like the moment you buy it, your 48 hours starts right there.
Yeah.
You're on a timer and you get double drops.
Yeah, like as soon as you activate it, 48 hours from then. Boom.
We have, I'd say, 20 to 25. Nah, man, it's got to be 50.
No, you're living the yacht life. Come to my pontoon boat.
I don't want it to be 50. I'm just thinking if they ever did it, it would be 50.
I wouldn't want to go on your pontoon boat.
You can come drink light beers on my pontoon boat. We'll play some country music. There's no cover. You're going to need to wear sunscreen or you're going to get sunburned.
Oh, God. You had me running when you said country music.
Dude, if that's the case, I'm getting fed grapes, drinking Angel's Envy on the top deck. Like, I don't...
Oh, man, I could do without the grapes, but I'll come for some Angel's Envy.
You are invited, sir.
I could see him like in a Roman robe. You know what I mean? Like the robes they wore in Rome, and like people are fanning him off on his yacht up on the top deck. Why is he?
Said good day. I said good day.
But we were talking about raids. One thing I wanted to say about raids was bring characters back. That's what got me wanting to embrace in the raids. We get currency, but it doesn't make me think, okay, yeah, I need more currency. Now, if I could get more shards for a character I couldn't get anywhere else, that was good. That would make me want to work towards the newest one and stuff like that. But
here's an either-or question for you, Bones. Would you rather the new raid have a new character shard that you can farm a character, or would you rather the new raid release Relic 10 materials?
Oh, good.
Dude, Relic 10, of course. We all want Relic 10. As soon as possible. Hell no. We want character shards, man.
Why am I hearing more buzz about this? Like, no. Stop. This Relic 10 shit. No. You should be severely flogged. Get the fuck out of here.
Or what if they have like a Relic 9 differentiator? Because right now it is only smart to take tanks to Relic 9 because the tanks get a good boost. So what if there was like a Relic 9 that was special for attackers? Like there was a special, like instead of droid brains, there was some other material that you could use to take your attackers to Relic 9 to give them an attacker boost instead of a tank boost.
But I feel like that's what they're going to do with Relic 10. But I feel with Relic 10, it's going to benefit supports. Like it's the one, because you had Relic 8, which really benefited attackers.
True.
You had Relic 9, which completely benefited tanks. Now you have a lot of unaligned force users. You have a lot of characters that are, good characters that are requiring the support tag. So now it's, you really want to get maximum effort out of some of the new directions that CG is going.
Well,
through Relic 8, Relic 9, and now 10 to really benefit a support unit.
Then the question is, what stat do you boost to make your supports better? Is it that dirty?
I don't fucking know.
Like, is it the dirty D word? Do you make them dodge?
Oh God.
No, I think anytime they affect dodge, people should bring out the pitchforks.
Do you light candles when you think of this evil shit? Like, no. No. Please. No seances, no dodge. No, we've gone through that nightmare. I mean, supports, obviously you'd want to give some more health and protection. Maybe actually, instead of dodge, health steal.
That would be interesting.
Boost their health steal.
Just keep it away from Rey. I know she's an attacker. She is not a support, but god damn it, she is insufferable when she has health steal.
That's why I never put her to Relic 9 because it just I've done mirror matches against Rey that have been at 9s and I've beaten them. It's not Relic 9 on Rey is not pushing the meter to dominance. It's just not. Like, there's some Relic 9s I wish I could take back. Bosk, for instance, I didn't need him at Relic 9. The fucking Houndstooth dies, whether it's at 8 or 9. Doesn't matter.
I think Bones and I are of the same sentiment here. I could count how many characters I have at Relic 9 because they're literally all a requirement, with the exception of one character that I took to Relic 9 for a ship bonus, and that was Piet.
Yep, I didn't even do that. I was like, fuck it. I'll just get top 5. I ain't
But
R9 and nobody.
Here are my Relic 9 characters are Darth Revan, Darth Malik, Admiral Piet, Admiral Radis, and that is it. Those are the only 4 R9 characters that I have.
Same
because
here.
the investment of resources for someone who's free to play, I would much rather take 2 characters up levels than take 1 character to R9.
Yeah, you could take maybe even 3, dude. There's so many resources that go into that.
Relic 9 Malgus does sound kind of sexy if I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's some sexy looking ones at R9, but you know what? I'm cool to be with an R8, an R7.
These are the ones I have, and believe me, there are some here that I wish I had back. There really are. Jabba, Lord Vader, Jedi Master Luke, Sith Eternal Emperor, Darth Revan, Maul, Bosk, Ninth Sister, Admiral Piet, Darth Malik, Radis, Darth Malgus, Chrysanthemum. That's actually about it.
Are you done yet?
Oh, geez.
Sorry, I nodded off.
I'm 100% honest. I would take Bosk.
I'm just fucking with you, brother. But are those the ones that you regret, or that's the ones you have total?
No, those are the ones I have total.
Oh, I thought you were
How many of them do you regret?
Yeah.
No, those are the ones I have total. I don't feel like Bosk was totally necessary. Chrysanthemum, I feel like if you're in GAC, if you're playing against an opponent that knows and has the right counter for Jabba, I don't feel like it matters if your Chrysanthemum is 8 or 9. You're gonna win. I am proud of myself though. I never put Third Sister to 9, and to this day, I still don't feel like she needs it.
I think she's good enough as it is. And why'd you call her Third Sister? I hate that. They need to make her in game Reva. Like, sorry. I know.
Sorry, Reva.
I can't tell you how many times I like
Ezra.
It's Urza.
No, it's not. Fuck you. Don't confuse me.
Reva, the bestest ever. Well, what else do we got, you kids? We're running out of ammo.
No, we're not.
Did you watch Twin Sons yet, Logan?
He's not gonna watch it. It's like,
dude, no. I finally finished watching the NFL or the Netflix quarterback thing. I've been watching Hard Knocks with the Jets, preseason games wherever they're on, working, doing wedding shit. No, I've not sat and
25 minutes, dude. 25 minutes.
All right.
Have you watched Ahsoka yet?
Before next show, I'll do it.
Did you watch Ahsoka yet?
Yes. No, that I did watch.
We don't have to talk about it. I was just wondering if you watched it.
No, yeah, we'll keep it spoiler free here.
No, last night I did. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, it's your 1 for 1. You know, you're with your spouse and she'll watch football with you all day, but the second you put on Star Wars, she's like, "Really?"
Yeah.
So, but no, last night I kind of put my foot down. I went, "Babe, like I have to watch this." Same. Like if I record on Thursday and I have not watched this, like it's not going to be good. It's going to go south real quick.
If you ever want to not get laid, put on Star Wars. Women, I know there's a few women out there that love Star Wars, but not very many.
No,
they hate it.
No. Hold on. Here's an interesting question. What is your percentage? You bring a girl home, and God, this is so like just male and chauvinistic or whatever.
I apologize.
You're out at the bar. You bring a girl home. You're trying to get the deed done. What is the percentage that you'll get some better if you put on Star Wars or Star Trek?
Both are nil.
I think if you put on Star Trek, your odds have just plummeted.
I think chicks love Spock, man. I heard that he's pretty hot in that world. Yeah. It's called the Shocker, isn't it? That's where it came from.
I think that
Listen, the Vulcan mind meld is not a roofie. All right, this is not how it works.
it's been many years since I've been single, but I think the moment you mention Star Wars or Star Trek, you probably reduce your odds by 99%.
But you do.
Oh, with Star Trek, I feel like it's 99.9. Star Wars, it's 99.1.
Yeah. Also, because there's not that many Star Trek fans to begin with, so I agree.
Or maybe the person you met at the bar was really nerdy too, and you just aligned the stars and met a nerd at the bar.
Or you went to a Comic-Con and nobody gives a shit.
You're so drunk you didn't realize you stumbled into a Comic-Con.
And the girl you picked up at the bar was dressed like a Twi'lek.
I don't know if you guys go, if you have, I know, complete side tangent. What is the most impressive celebrity con or Comic-Con you've ever gone to?
I've never been to one.
I've never been to one.
You've been to one, Logan?
I've been to several.
Oh, really? Well, shit, you better take me next time, motherfucker.
I want to go to Star Wars Celebration one year.
That's the one I want to go to, yes.
The first convention I went to was when I was stationed in Hawaii, and I walk in. It wasn't very big, but there was an artist, a Marvel artist there that I noticed his name, and guys, I lost my shit because I couldn't believe it. His name was Herb Trimp. Herb Trimp is the gentleman who first drew Wolverine for Hulk 180 and 181. And he helped in his creation.
Okay.
I have a couple of my Wolverine comics signed by him, which was
that's pretty cool.
About as rad as fuck as you can get if you were a Wolverine fan like I was.
That's pretty awesome.
Hence the Old Man Logan name. I was a diehard Wolverine fan when I was a kid. I own more Wolverine comics than I have boxes of them. I have so many of them.
So he pinned Wolverine's first appearance?
Yes, he drew it. His name was Herb Trimp.
Huh.
And he drew Incredible Hulk 180 and 181 and had a part of Wolverine's creation. And I met him. I met his lovely wife. He did sadly pass away about seven years ago. But no, I actually have a blank cover that's on a comic book, and he actually sketched me a little picture of Wolverine, and I have that signed.
Holy shit.
That is so cool, man.
That's badass. You might be surprised that might be worth quite a bit someday. Because that's iconic. That's iconic, man. Especially the first appearance of him.
Well, I recognize the name just because I was such a hardcore Wolverine fan. I was like, wait a minute, Herb fucking Trimp? What? I literally I felt like, Wayne from Wayne's World. We're not. It was like, holy shit, I'm meeting a legend.
That's cool. He has a funny name too.
Yeah, straight trimping.
Sounds like he's
the last one I'll mention, because I've met quite a few people. The last one I'll mention is there was actually one in Albany, New York, which is the capital of New York, and it's very close to where I live. And it was a Comic-Con, and my daughter had bought all the bells and whistles and surprised me on one of my birthdays to have a meet and greet with Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that's cool. I see him. He's always going around to Comic Cons.
I was a Freddy fan growing up, and I actually have a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 still in the box, prop replica glove, and I brought it with me, and I had him sign my glove.
Did you have him wear it?
He did. He put it on for me.
Wear my glove, bud. Will you wear my glove?
But, for somebody that played such an evil, sick fuck, I cannot think of a nicer dude that I ever met that would literally gave a shit about his fans and talking to them.
That's cool.
Like
I've heard that.
he was just so humble. He was very humble.
I've heard
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I've never went, but like Avant said, I want to go to a Star Wars Celebration sometime. Um, is it the same place every year, Avant, or is it somewhere different every year?
No, it rotates.
Because like if it's ever in Orlando, that's when I'm trying to go.
I mean, they just did it in Europe.
I thought so. I thought the last one, yeah.
And then before that, it was maybe in like San Diego or something. It was definitely in the U.S.
I'll tell you what, though, even if it's not a Star Wars celebration, some of those conventions they are, because if it's one thing I will say, and believe me, you go to some of these things, and you have people that put so much time and effort in their outfits and cosplay, and just love what they love, and they're actually really just very friendly, good people. It's those conventions are really fun. They really are.
Yeah, and I just like looking at like the products and stuff. Like I'm just into picking and retro gaming and all that stuff too. That's another reason I want to go. And Pokemon cards and all that shit. They have everything for everybody.
I used to play Magic the Gathering. I know.
I still have cards. I
I
played
do
with my
too.
friends a couple years ago. Just like pulled a bunch of my cards out and made a deck and played with my friends, and it was a lot of fun.
To this day, I still have a zombie deck I have put together that is still pretty nasty.
So did you
I
guys
have
see?
a sliver deck.
Sliver deck? Those are gross. Those are fucking gross. Oh, sliver decks are nasty.
CM Trey says the next celebration will be held in Japan, so I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not going.
No, I think I'll miss that one.
But it's funny you guys play Magic. Did you guys see the Lord of the Rings deck that came out?
No.
Yeah, and
Well, I haven't touched Magic or any of that stuff. I mean, I used to be way into fucking Warhammer. I mean, I had armies and I sold a lot of it, but I mean, I don't know. Only so many hobbies you can have at once.
So the Lord of the Rings one just released like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and it was announced way before that there was one card. It was 1 out of 1. There's not one anywhere in the rest of the world. It was the One Ring card, and
That's pretty cool.
somebody got it and sold it to Post Malone for $2.6 million. And this is a card that's brand new.
Post Malone?
Yeah,
Post Malone.
Post Malone plays Magic the Gathering. He's a huge nerd. Loves Skyrim, loves Lord of the Rings, and all that other stuff too. He's a pretty cool dude.
I'm surprised it wasn't that asshole who bought that one Wu-Tang record.
I know what you're talking about.
Scarelli, Martin Scarelli, wasn't that his name?
Yeah,
He was like a pharma tycoon or something. And he's like basically stole money from people by raising the price of his medicine that he made, and then bought this like original masterpiece from Wu-Tang. They made like one album that was
1 out of 1.
Actually really cool, like premise. They thought that music should be more like art, and that people would like buy a unique painting so that they could have a unique painting. Mm-hmm. So they made this record under the pretenses that you could not copy it, and that like only people could enjoy it if they listened to that one record. So there was one copy. And then this asshole Martin Scarelli bought it, and people were just like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, it's a cool concept because has anyone ever heard it? But has this guy ever put it out there or anything for people to hear?
I don't know. I think he's in jail now.
Yeah, but there's a whole documentary around this album. I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot.
I'll have to watch it.
It might be on Hulu or something. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, anyways, what else, fellas?
All right. So the next one. This I found this topic interesting. So we're in the midst of double drop. So to kind of go back to that real quick, we all agreed that going after signal data is incredibly important. Mm-hmm. That being said, how many Omicron drops have you guys gotten?
Oh,
I've gotten 2. I hit it once and I got 2 because of double drops. So I've gotten 2.
I've hit it twice, so I've gotten 4 Omicron mats.
Nice. What about you, Bob?
I don't pay attention. I have no idea. I just sin, man. I just get to clicking. So I could have got a lot. I'll check here because I know about how much I had. So I could be.
And I've only done the 100 crystal refreshes, no 200s for me, and I went into double drops with 1,000 Cantina energy.
Can we get someone in the chat to tell Bob and remind Bob to deploy? Because he doesn't even know how many Omicrons he got during double drops. So somebody wanted to do that. Avant, can we get the fist? Just the not yet, not getting the head moment there.
It doesn't
for those who don't know, Bones did platoon his T3M4 this territory battle.
It's taken 2 months.
Really?
I'm not farming Bad Batch, but it took me 2 months, but I finally did it.
Not farming Bad Batch.
That'll be my name for a long time.
Is this a new thing? Like, do we need to set up a segment of the show monitoring? Like, we did the Conquest, and it helped him. Do we need to now set up a segment of Bob's Bad Batch?
Your guys' intervention turned me into a new man. I'm clean now.
All right, well, no, because your Bad Batch are still shit, apparently.
Okay, but when do you want me to do that? Because I have a lot to do still before I get to that point. So I guess you guys could help me. Here we go. You guys can help me. When should I work on Bad Batch? I've been seeing AP Games release a series now. When should you work on this character? When should you work on that character?
But here's the thing. You're in the midst of double drops. What are you working on right now?
Well, I told you earlier, I'm finishing my cal requirements. I'm farming those characters. I'm not going all in on refreshes, but I'm farming them like I do every day. I'm also taking them all to Gear 11 Plus, which I'm almost completely done. I have 2 Cairo pieces for Saw Gerrera, and I'm completely done with all 5 of them. And then I'm putting all my Inquisitors to 5, which I just did. And so now I pretty much have everything done that I need to do. I got to unlock Grand Inquisitor, and I got to finish off cal requirements. And then when that's done, I'm going for GL Leia. So I'm not going to be able to work on Bad Batch until GL Leia. Or should I work on them before?
I think in the chat, Bro Council asked a question that will answer when should you work on Bad Batch. His question is Lord Vader on your radar?
No, and he won't be for a long time. And that's a good point, because that's why I haven't worked on him. Because, when I work on them, I want to put that as a segue into Lord Vader.
Don't believe the trash talk about Lord Vader. He's a good GL.
Well, he can make my defense better. I would just put him on defense.
Well, that's what everybody else does.
Yeah.
He's also good to attack with.
He is. I just don't see a lot of people that do it.
Okay.
Well, you have to have the right squad. And, Mr. Who?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How many was that? What is
Mr. Boo with 5 community subs. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
We can't thank you enough, buddy.
But yeah, Lord Vader is a good. He's a good GL. I mean, people talk about how he's not good on defense because you can counter him with Fennec, but if you put the right defensive team with him, Fennec counter is a lot harder, and you have to be well modded, good relic levels, and have the right squad.
Okay, but also, Three Brothers made a good point. I have to take Grand Inquisitor to R7 and 4 others to R7 still.
I think that Bad Batch is low on the priority list for you.
Yep, and I'm okay with that. I just need everyone else to be okay with me. Can we all join?
I mean, I only ask because I keep looking in Discord and I'm like, man, everyone's giving Bob a 10 tons of grief.
Well, it's like an inside joke because I give everyone shit because I'm like, what can counter this? And everyone will be Bad Batch, Bad Batch. It could be fucking anything, and the counter's Bad Batch, or Slacker. And it's like, guys, for the 900th time this stream, I don't have Slacker or Bad Batch. So I will say to any person who wants to get those 2 teams, you'll be able to counter anything in SWGOH with Bad Batch and Slacker. So I would go for
They're literally a very versatile counter squad. They counter so many different things.
Yeah, they do.
You just need a fast echo and a moderately fast tech.
But yeah, I have nothing against them. I've been wanting them for a long time, but like you said, I just don't see it. I don't see Ray, I don't see. I see Slacker before Ray or Vader or C. I don't see any of those three at all in ever. Because I keep telling you guys, everyone's like, well, eventually you can stop and go back. I don't want to go back. I want to get whatever's the newest thing. I don't want to keep going back and get something that someone already has. But
you want the new hotness.
Yeah, but eventually, passively.
Everybody wants the new hotness.
But maybe, years down the road, maybe I'll just passively have them all eventually,
Old and busted, new hotness. Old and busted, new hotness.
Mm-hmm.
Always with the hotness, man.
Speaking of the movie quotes.
I recognize it. I don't know, though. Sorry.
You know, Logan?
No, I did not catch that one.
I'll see if anyone in chat knows that one.
Don't forget.
So, speaking of Omicrons, Bob, are you unlocking Malicos day one?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know exactly the math, but I've gotten 1 gold, I've gotten 1 red, and I'll be buying.
You're buying what?
I'll be buying like shards out of the Jawa store, and
all right.
You'll get them the first of the next round.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You have to red crate 3 times or buy the conquest pass.
I'm okay with that, and I'm also. That's another thing. Once I'm done with Inquisitors, the 7, I got to take Seer, Cal, Fulcrum, all of the relics, so I can have a Malicos team and Malicos. So that's another project I have to do before I get to Leia as well. So I'll have a full-blown Malicos team before I even go to Leia.
The answer to the movie quote is Bad Boys, by the way. Bad Boys.
Oh, God.
We ain't going nowhere. We bad boys for life.
So, Avant, are you getting Malicos?
Just get a follow, Bones?
Yes, Drosser. My good friend Drosser. How you doing, brother? Thank you for the follow, my friend.
Oh, another
yes,
follow.
Fellow content creator.
Oh, sweet. We'll have to have him on.
Yes, sir. If you guys will let me. These guys don't want guests anymore.
It's the first time we haven't had a guest since we started the show.
I'm just fucking with you. I wouldn't say anything out loud.
It's literally the only show we've had without a guest. So
literally ever.
I just like having guests on. So then I don't have to talk as much. I can just be quiet and say stupid shit.
Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you, 3 brothers. Old and busted, new hotness is definitely not Bad Boys. It is another Will Smith movie. It's Men in Black.
Oh,
different kind of Bad Boys.
Yeah, it's still Will Smith though. I knew it was Will Smith that said it.
Trey asked, "Why do you guys call me Bob?" Because the Escape podcast. It was a podcast kind of like this that I was part of. I was the AI, so I was a floating head, and I would check facts for them and say stupid shit like I do now. But I'm me this time. But it stood for Bones Old Buddy. But that was my AI name, was Bob.
Bob.
Now, I'm sorry. From here on out, his name's Bob. It is what it is.
Yeah, because me and Logan met on Escape Podcast, and they just knew me as Bob.
Yeah, that was it.
Which is fine.
So, Omicron. So, Avant, you're getting Malicos day one?
Correct.
All right. So, for a lot of people that are getting Malicos day one, this is going to be an interesting team. This is a team that could very well have a lot of potential. It is an investment. Malicos is a 3 Omicron tune. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wanted to revisit his kit real quick. So let's say somebody only has 1 or maybe 2 Omicrons to put on this character. Let's kind of read real quick what each one does, and then what do we think would be the best option? Because this tune's right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm hoarding Amis for this. I have 2 already for him.
I see, and that can be something we'll get into a little later. But I'm about to have 3, but I'm worried to spend all 3 because, as with Jabba, I feel like when Drogon comes out, he's gonna have an Omicron because So I'm just keeping that in the back of my head.
Honestly, since we're like lacking on content, can we just go over his his kit overall? Because I forgot what it even does. Or is that something?
Malicos?
Yeah. Or do you guys not want to waste time doing that?
Yeah, go for it.
No, no, that's fine.
And
Fuck
then,
it.
While we're doing that, we can go over that as well.
I plan on having 2 Omicrons ready for Malicos.
I want to have 2 at least as well. Yeah, at least 2. Yep.
Personally, I don't have any characters that have 3 Omicrons. Just because I would rather spend an extra Omicron on another character than to like pimp a character out completely.
Pimping ain't easy, man.
I put 3 on old Ben out of the gate.
Swallow?
Yeah, Ben Solo. Yep. I put 3 on him. Amazingly enough, my star killer to this day has 1.
Mine has 2. Mine has the unique ability, and then also the one where when you dispel. Or did I put it on the barrel throw? I think I put it on the barrel throw.
Did you?
I can't remember. I know he has 2, but I didn't do.
All right. So, no, yeah. He has 3 overall, right?
Mhm.
Star killer. Yeah.
He does, yeah.
The one where he has to be unleashed is the one I didn't do because it doesn't matter until he's unleashed.
I did the most important one, the one that makes him who he is. That's the only one I did.
I put the Omicron on his second special, which is his third ability where he dispels. I did not put it on the barrel throw.
And I only gave Reva 2. I did not give her a third. I felt like I can't remember what it was, but I felt like the third that I didn't do, I felt like she would work fine without it. It was a nice.
I mean, that seems to be the case. That seems to be the case for all the ones that have 3. 2 to really get what they're supposed to be doing, and a third for just extra luxury if you don't have anywhere to put them. You can throw.
Although I did give Malgus all of his.
Same.
I only gave him 2.
Yep, I gave Malgus all of his.
I did not give Malgus the one where he spreads the extra doubt. I think is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's not really moving the needle that much.
Because in 3v3 it doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't.
And it does help in 5v5, but
But it's not like it's still being had. It's still being beaten with or without it.
Yeah, so the one I did not put on Malgus is the first time doubt is dispelled on an enemy, all other enemies that didn't already have it are inflicted with doubt for 2 turns, which is pretty good. Doubt is a really good debuff.
That's a great one.
No, it really is. It is. It's solid.
Apply it. Come on. We talk about Kane and everyone else. Apply that shit, man. Come on.
No, I'm saving. I think I have enough for 3 Omicrons right now, and 2 of them are going to Malicos. And then I would like to put 1 on Marin and 1 on Asajj.
Oh, you're going to do the Asajj one?
Asajj is not a bad choice at all. That is actually.
Is that because of Marin? Because I don't hear anyone else saying that. Because
no, Marin's I feel like for the Malicos team to reach the potential that it's going to, you have to have the Marin Omicron. You have to have that.
Hold on, the Malicos team?
Yeah. If you read Marin's Omicron and what it does for unaligned force users in her squad, and you apply that to Malicos.
Seer or Marin?
Oh shit, Seer. I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
I have the Seer Omicron already.
Yeah, I put it on her too, and I don't even have it ready. But I just put
no,
it.
Actually, if I run it, and I've done this, I did it twice in my last 3v3 round. I actually 2-shot Jabba because the Marin Omicron with the Night Sisters, you kill the sides and you just got to clean up Jabba.
Do you have the Asajj Omicron as well?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, I got the names mixed up. But yeah, the Seer Omicron with Malicos, that is...
You need that one.
That is fucking filthy.
It's dirty. That's a good segue to refresh.
Let's refresh this kit. So I got it pulled up. So we're gonna go with the basic Dark Strike. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 2 stacks of Edge of Madness, max 100, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. This attack can't be countered. Edge of Madness is negative 2% defense per stack. Okay.
And he's putting that on himself?
Yeah. No, he's gaining 2 of those. Yep.
So he's making himself weaker as he stacks those. Okay.
It reminds me a lot of Ferocity.
Yeah. So, Vile Thrash, final text, deal physical damage to target enemy and gain riposte for 2 turns. This attack has plus 30% defense penetration, quadrupled if all allies are dark side or light side unaligned force users.
Wow.
If Malicos has at least 20 stacks of Edge of Madness, he takes a bonus turn. For every 20 stacks of Edge of Madness he has, dispel them and gain a stack of Madness Manifested until the next time he uses Die Whelp is defeated, or the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And if the ally in the leader slot is a dark side or light side unaligned force user, the cooldown of Die Whelp is reset. Now, Madness Manifested was mentioned. If you have that, or that's inflicted, negative 40% tenacity per stack, the next time this character uses Die Whelp, it deals 50% more physical damage per stack, reduces the current max health of the target enemy by 15% for the rest of the battle, stacking, excluding raid bosses and galactic legends, which can't be resisted, and removes all stacks of Madness Manifested.
So basically, he's going to slowly reduce his defense until he just mollywops you.
Pretty much.
So he's making himself into a glass cannon.
Well, the next time it uses Die Whelp, 50% more physical damage per stack.
Of Madness Manifested, though, not of the one he gets on his basic.
And he gains that how? He's losing stacks and then
he gains that through the stacks of Edge of Madness,
which come from a basic attack. So
I don't know. Build up. It's gonna take a couple turns for that to build up.
Right.
But already it sounds like he's gonna be fucking people up. I can just see him going through a JML like nothing.
His tenacity is going to go down, but the next time he uses Die Whelp, it deals 50% more damage per stack, reduces the current max health of the target enemy by 15% for the rest of the battle.
And can we just take a second? 50% more damage is a shit ton of damage.
Well, the thing about also removing 15% of it of the target's health, that reminds me of gas.
Yes. I don't know what does gas reduce health by what percent?
I don't remember the percentage. I just remember that's like those kits like that.
I don't think it's 15%. 15% is pretty high.
And that's per.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got special 2, Die Whelp. I just like saying it.
I enjoy listening to you say it every time.
Right.
I forgot about that joke.
Deal physical damage and inflict vulnerable to all enemies and stun target enemy for 1 turn. If the target had defense down, this stun can't be resisted. If the target enemy is in the leader slot, increase their cooldowns by 1, which can't be resisted. Now, Omicron number 1. This is it. While in Grand Arenas, deal additional true damage to all enemies and inflict buff immunity and healing immunity on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. If the ally in the leader slot is dark side or light side unaligned force user, Malicos gains 20% critical damage and offense stacking until the end of the battle.
Ouch.
There you go. Stacking.
I don't know about you, but that's going on.
Dude, yeah.
And that's a unique ability, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Okay, so I
crazy.
looked it up.
Hold on, let me double check. No, it's a special. Die, whelp!
Oh, okay. So I looked it up. Gas, if he hits a character without protection, he reduces their max health by 20%.
Yeah, and then add all this shit on top of what he's doing. I'm telling you, he's gonna be fucking wiping people out. For some reason, something screams JML is gonna get wiped out by this guy. I don't know why. That's just the one guy that comes to mind.
Well, the other interesting thing is that one of the counters I've been using, especially if I'm facing a Seer team with Scav Ray and to no Fulcrum, is use gas, and you just outlast it, and gas keeps taking away the health until you knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
The addition of Malicos may make that option not so appealing, because now you have someone on the other end that's doing the same thing and is now going to hit just as hard.
I think that gas will still work because Malicos he'll be a little bit fragile. Like, I think if gas is able to target Malicos, he'll just kill him.
Well, that's the one thing with unaligned force users. Like, we don't really have. I mean, we've got Kylo Ren on masked, but it's. I guess it would be a tank issue. But
I just see this being on Star Killer level. I just see it being crazy.
So we've got unique one, Echo of the Fallen Order. Final text: all allies have plus 30% critical chance. If all allies were unaligned force users at the start of battle, while Malicos has at least one stack of Edge of Madness, whenever he scores a critical hit, all other allies gain 5% critical damage in offense, stacking until the end of the encounter.
End of the encounter.
Ouch. Like
Fulcrum.
Yeah, and Seer's double-bladed lightsaber move that annihilates.
Oh my god! Oh, that move is so good.
It's so dirty. It's so fucking dirty.
When I play with my UFU team, I hope that the battle draws out long enough for her to do that, just because the animation is so cool. It's so cool.
Please don't say you play with your UFU ever again.
UFU.
I have to say.
Oh my god! And because of that, I know we've got a lot coming up with Leia and everything else, but oh my god, I want to put Fulcrum to Relic 8 so bad because of this team.
She's in my favorites, and I would like to give her Relic levels, but I need to do GL Leia requirements. I took her to Relic, but I want to say she's Relic 0, just because I don't want to give her any of my signal data.
I had put Fulcrum to Relic 7 because when she had a Datacron, it was so fucking good. I had to go for it.
So I'll be working on her soon. Is she good at 5, or do I need to take her to 7?
No, for where you are, Bob, I think she'll do what you want her to do at 5. Ideally, you want her at 7 just for the damage output. But I mean, if you have her modded well for damage output, you should be all right.
Okay, I have a quick question because I am working on that. How far should I take Seer, relic-wise?
I mean, I think 5 is fine. I mean, she already has the survivability.
Should I just take them all to 5 minimum, or is there anything that I should just do to 3?
I would put them all to 5.
That's my new thing. If it's a good team,
5 is the new 3.
Yep.
5 is the new 3.
It really is.
Yep. I agree.
Like, when you start relicking a character, you better be prepared to bring that character to 5, and that's
not hard to do.
You have to go.
It's not that bad to do. There's only 4 to 5 is the only thing that requires signal data.
So we had that first part of Echo of the Fallen Order. So hold on. Here's the Omicron. While in Grand Arenas, Enemies defeated by allies can't be revived. This effect persists if Malicos is defeated. So let's think about different counters that could fuck with. Tuscans, Admiral Radis, Jedi teams with Jolie. Like they get defeated, they're not Watt characters just aren't getting revived. The first time another dark side or light side unaligned force user ally would be reduced to 1% health. If Malicos is active, they recover 100% health and protection, gain damage immunity for 1 turn, take a bonus turn, and gain critical chance up, critical damage up, and offense up for 2 turns. We're not done. While Malicos is active, whenever an enemy with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, Malicos gains a stack of Edge of Madness, and that enemy takes true damage, which can't be evaded, limit once per turn. This damage can't defeat enemies. Jesus H. Christ.
And that's just the second one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he still has another one. So out of those two, which one would you do first? I'd say the other one, but
I actually want that one's really good, but I need to hear the next one because I don't remember the kid either. I need to hear the next one before I make a decision.
Makes sense. Let's move it on then. Let's hear it.
I don't know, what do you think?
Let's hear the next one.
All right. Unique 2, Strength is Power. Final text, Malicos attacks can't be evaded. Enemies defeated by him can't be revived. He has 75% counter chance and 100% health steal. At the start of battle, he gains 25% offense for each other dark side or light side unaligned force user. If the ally in the leader slot is dark side or unaligned force user, Malicos ignores taunt. Oh, by the way, while debuffed, he gains another 50% health steal.
150% health steal.
Yep. Whenever Malicos uses an ability during his turn, if he has accuracy up or defense up, he immediately uses Dark Strike. Whenever he attacks at a turn, he gains 10% critical damage, stacking for 3 turns. Whenever he is inflicted with Daze, he dispels it and reduces his cooldowns by 1. Dude, that's fucked.
And you haven't even read the Omicron yet, right?
I know. Whenever an enemy dispels a debuff, Malicos inflicted from one of his abilities, he gains a stack of, you called it, Edge of Madness, until the end of the encounter. So there's more stacks. So that's just the ability. Here's the Omicron. While in Grand Arenas, at the start of battle, Malicos gains a stack of Edge of Madness until the end of the encounter, and all unaligned force user allies gain critical hit immunity for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. He has 100% max health and plus 50% mastery. Whenever he uses an ability during his turn, he immediately uses Dark Strike. Whenever he attacks out of turn, he gains protection up, 20% stacking for 1 turn. Whenever any other unaligned force user ally uses a special ability, Malicos assists.
That one goes on first.
That one?
Well, it seems like it depends what you want to do with him. The first one's going to make him hit hard and just kick the shit out of the team. This last one is going to make him more survivable. And then I don't remember what the second one did, but
his last unique makes him get a stack of Edge of Madness, which is 20 stacks of whatever.
That is true.
Right, so I can't remember the.
Yeah, he's getting 20 out of the gate. It's
so he starts with 20.
Yep.
And so, like, if you think about it, he's got crazy amounts of health steal. He has a high counterattack chance, so he's and he's also assisting. So he's going to be doing damage all over the place. So you might not need that one because I feel like he's going to be going and ramping up, but he's going to start with a stack of madness out of the gate. It's pretty good. That means he's going to do plus 50% damage.
Yeah, I think that one's a good one too because Sears Omicron at the start of the battle, gives that team a bunch of bonus protection and survivability, and now you're adding this and you're giving him a full stack of Edge of Madness, and he's got 100% max health and mastery. Everyone else is gaining critical hit immunity for 2 turns. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is.
It does let him protect his team a little better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
You know what I'm afraid of though with this. All these Omicrons are really good. Everything here it's really good. Is this still gonna? Is Treya still gonna have its way with this? If you put this on defense, is Treya just gonna? I mean, other than Treya, what else do you think could probably deal with this? I'm thinking you have to legend this somehow.
Hear me out. Think about this.
Ridiculous off meta counter. I don't know what.
I just thought of this crazy idea. Hear me out. What do you think about Bad Batch? I think there's something going on with Bad Batch that I think they could take it out. If not, you're gonna have to slacker. There's no other way.
Hold on. With Bad Batch, when Echo does his mass debuff thing, that's health immunity? Is that days also?
It is.
Then
days and healing immunity.
No, Malicos' kit. We already read that.
But
he ignored that shit.
I was about to get pissed. If you found a way to counter him with Bad Batch, I was about to be pissed. I was like, it's a joke. I don't want him to counter it.
No, I think like Avant, I don't know. I don't remember where in the kit it was, but something was mentioned about days that's you don't want to do that. Because it was something like if it's inflicted on you, you just I'm looking at it in the kit.
I don't know. You read a lot of words.
Doesn't he flip it into like damage immunity or something like that?
Hold on, I'm going through it.
Yeah, after a while, I was trying to follow along because I am interested, and I was like, fuck, just sum it up to me after you're done talking. After you're done reading it.
Can I get the TLDR, please?
Yeah, it probably is going to be Slacker, I imagine. But yeah, I'm sick of Treya being the counter for everything, too. So they need to come up with something.
No, Treya is the counter for Reva because everyone likes to put Reva on defense against me in GAC because I don't have Reva.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Easy banners.
Yeah.
Easy banners, actually.
Just put another defensive team that's tough to get around. I don't know why people can't just save her for offense. But you know what I'm finding in Grand Arena? That it's harder to counter just non-GL teams than it is actual GL teams. Fucking Tuscans today on 3v3 fucked me. I was so pissed.
Well, that's just 3v3 being difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys, you just don't like 3v3.
No, I like 3v3. It's just GLs really matter in 3v3.
Oh,
they really do.
Oh, and C is also the counter to everything. Yeah. Like Tuscans, dude, I used all kinds of really, really good teams, and they just beat my ass. And then I took a Iden team with like a Gear 12 character and just smoked. Was it the Tuscans?
Was it okay? So was it Tuscan Chieftain or was it the?
It was the Omicron. It was Omicron. I can't remember.
Well, I have 2 Tuscan Omicrons. I have the Chieftain and I have the Raider.
Oh, I didn't know there was 2. I think there was only 1, and it might have been the Chieftain. I don't know.
Did he do the drink thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Chieftain.
He took his shot.
Yeah, but what happened was I was stuck behind the taunt, and then there was 2 people taunting. The summoner taunted, and Whatever.
Oh, it might have been the double Omicron team with the Chieftain and the Raider.
Yeah, it pissed me off, and I either used Iden or Treya. I think I had to use Treya or something. It fucked me over, and I wasn't able to pull
Hold on.
clear.
That I'm sorry. That thing with Bad Batch, it wasn't days. Whenever an ally is inflicted with healing immunity, they dispel it and gain damage immunity for 1 turn. So yeah, Bad Batch, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, Bad Batch is out.
Ha, you fuckers. Bad Batch is out. Don't farm them anymore. They're old news.
They finally came up with a team that Bad Batch doesn't work on. You still don't have them.
And I hope Treya can't do it. I hope fucking Slacker and C can't do it.
I honestly, I don't know. Like in 3,
he's not going to be good in 3s. Malicos is going to be a 5v5 team.
But in 5v5, a Treya team is even more deadly because you can put in Sith Trooper to soak up hits. And as long as Nihilus is getting the cooldown reduction off and Isolate is out there, I still feel like a full 5-man team with Seer at the helm and Malicos, Treya is still going to beat this.
Yeah, but that's an expensive counter if you have Treya Omicron. Because that's like GL level team. Treya Omicron?
It is. Because, I mean, in 3v3, when I'm seeing, and this is kind of funny, when I'm seeing Treya, Fulcrum, and Scav Cal.
You mean Seer?
Or no, I'm sorry. Seer, yeah. Seer, Scavenger Cal, and Fulcrum. I'm beating it with CLS, but it's CLS with Arc and Echo because my Rex and 5s are with Old Man Rex on defense because I have that Omicron. But
I know this will surprise you, but you can beat that unaligned force user team with Bad Batch.
I know that.
I'm done. Fuck this show. I'm out of here.
Like my Bad Batch is like that weird Swiss Army knife tool. It's that get out of jail free card. If I really need to beat something and need awesome healing immunity to go out and beat something that's really annoying, Bob, Bad Batch is the perfect tool to use when you really need to beat something which could make or break your GAC. That kind of team.
It's a Dollar General CLS.
What's that?
It's a Dollar General CLS.
Dollar General CLS.
Yeah. It's just like a Family Dollar, like a cheap CLS team.
So for me, Bad Batch is in 3v3s. Bad Batch and Troopers are 2 squads where they can counter multiple things, but I don't know what's going to be in the back wall. So if you put something in the front bottom sector that I can use Bad Batch or Troopers with, I'm going to use it because I might not use them in the back wall.
I mean, can I use them at low levels and against relics?
Yes.
What teams?
All of them.
All right, I'm gonna do whatever I can side farm gear. I'm gonna be side
farming
them.
Bob, hold on. Before you engage on this quest, there's one thing I want to throw out there is that you need to make sure your Echo is
fast,
fucking quick.
You don't worry about my mods, man. I got my mods down.
All right, Avant, what's your Echo speed right now, off the top of your head?
350 probably. 355 maybe.
All right, I'm at 352.
Okay, they can't be that good if you need mods like that on them. That's ridiculous.
No, but that's the thing. Echoes like that healing immunity out of the gate that is so critical. I will say
355.
All right, so yeah, I'm at 352. Do not try that Bad Batch counter against Qui-Gon Jinn with this Datacron set.
Oh my god.
Real quick. Oh, fuck. What time is it? All right, no, it's 10:16. Fuck it. 3v3. So I took my first loss today, and he had a Qui-Gon and Jedi Knight Anakin and Cam, and I went in there with Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, and who the fuck was the third? Shit. I honestly don't remember. All I remember is I got Qui-Gon out of there, and then Jedi Knight Luke or Anakin. He did that. Yep, Avant just did the motion, and a 3-man Jedi Knight Revan squad got face fucked off the map.
Dude, my asshole drops every time he hits me with that AoE. Every time.
It's a clincher.
Shock T. Because I wanted the offense up on the basic and, some of the survivability. And Anakin did that fucking move. And, I mean, there wasn't even Savior. I got lit the fuck up.
There will be no saving today. I will kill everyone.
One hit, I was fucking smoked. Yeah. So
Liquid Schwartz says Fast Echo is part of the yacht package.
No, it's not. I mean, Avant, your Echo is faster than mine. You're not sitting on a yacht. You're on your pontoon boat.
Get good.
Name my Bad Batch squad the Underbrush? I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
No, he's talking about me.
Oh, okay.
No, honestly.
He's talking about all the shrubbery in the background.
No, I feel like any Echo, if it's above 350 in speed, you're even 340 in a lot of cases, you're in good shape.
I mean, it depends what GAC bracket you're in and how good people's mods are, but Crafting Way, what's your GAC bracket? Are you in Kyber 2 or Kyber 3?
No, I decide who comes in and goes out of Kyber 3. You have to go through me to get there.
The king.
Yeah. He's
Jack Daniels in the chat says his Echo is 339 in the middle of Kyber 2. Crafting Way is Kyber 2. Yeah, I mean your Echo should be fast, but
I've never had anyone go. I think my fastest one is 335 or something. 350 is insane.
I mean, your fastest tune?
I'll log in and see, but yeah, I think so. No one has ever gotten to 350.
The next time we do a roster roast, we need to roast Bones.
I think we need to roast Bob.
Yeah, that'd be fun. No one ever reviews my roster. I review everyone's, so yeah.
Are you kidding me? We haven't been recording that long. We're about to hit viewer questions. Well, I mean, I want to ask you guys how you did in 3v3, but damn, let's roast Bob and do viewer questions.
Yeah,
but
I don't have anything fun to say about 3v3.
So I'm 2-2.
Same. Yeah, I'm 3-1. I went 3-0 the first 3 matches, and I lost the first match coming into the second round. It was damn close. It was pretty close, but he beat me.
I went 1-2 in the first round, and then this round, my first opponent has no profundity, and also had all GLs except for Jabba. So I had a 1 GL advantage and a 1 GL ship advantage. So that never happens to me in Kyber 2. Everyone has all of the things.
Jesus.
So my fastest character is Fifth Brother. It's 330. I don't know why it's Fifth Brother. I think I just put a bunch of God mods on him for whenever I have to do the thing.
Avant. Avant.
I'm gonna need a cocktail before we do this.
I will go pour. You know what? Let's talk about our 3v3. We will leave for a second, go pour another one, and then we are going to go through Bob's roster exclusively. For all you viewers out there that are still with us, all 27 of you, please stay tuned. because we are going to fist fuck Bob's roster.
Hey, also,
tonight, live on air.
Also, Mr. Who says if we roast him next time, he'll do subs right now. So yeah, we got you, man. We'll roast you.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah, we'll do that too.
I'll do anything for $1.
You sick fuck.
Why is it Fifth Brother? If you guys need to go get something, I'll talk to him for a bit. Why is it Fifth Brother? I just threw a bunch of shit on them for when it's time for Grand Inquisitor. So I'll have to move them around, but I kind of wanted things in place a bit for when that time comes.
So the real quick, for those that are NFL followers, the Steelers beat the Falcons in the last preseason game 24-0.
Well, how good of them? They beat up on the fucking worst team of the league in preseason.
Oh my god!
Holy fuck, bud!
Fan. You know what, Avant? Bring up his roster. It's time to fuck with the Chiefs fan.
Okay, no. We need to pay homage to.
Did we just get a bunch more gifted subs?
Yeah.
To Bones' Boo.
Yeah, he is my boo, Mr. Boo, aka Mr. Who. Brother, thank you so much.
What does that mean?
He's my sugar daddy. He hangs out on this stream and my streams and gives me subs all the time. So it's like making it rain on a dancer, like a stripper, but for a streamer.
I'm not going to ask any more questions.
So he comes into the club every night, and he's my boo.
I'm done with questions. Not asking anymore. I don't want to know.
Did we hit a hype train with that, or do you have to have multiple people?
We didn't, but it should have.
I think you have to. I think you need multiple people to do hype train.
Like I heard sugar daddy, and I'm not asking anymore. I'm good on that.
Short, Mr. Who says, "Thank you for the 100 bits, buddy."
100 bits.
That is $1. 1 bit is 1 cent, I believe. I could be wrong.
Crafting Way says one more should do it. You need 3 donators of any kind.
Come on, you cheapskates.
I'm definitely going to get. I will be right back. I'm going to get a splash if we're going to roster roast Bob because this, like Avant, we're gonna. Yeah, we need to think on this one.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute too. All right, Bob, you have to entertain the folk.
Yeah, I got it.
Get people to throw the bands to make them dance.
Banners make me dance. Bands make me dance. That's actually a famous song of mine. Tune in to my SWGOH streams. Bones88. Fugglers. It's okay. I'm just fucking with you guys. I appreciate what you guys can do. Mr. Who's got you covered. I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, let's do mine, and then we will roast yours. Who? Let me make that a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it. And if you're listening on the podcast, you're probably really bored right now, so I would just fast forward a bit to what? I don't know, because the future is not here yet. I know. I already feel the pressure. Mr. Who says this is already not entertaining. I agree with you, man. Usually they don't just leave me by myself. I guess I'm going to have to start dancing for you. So, guys, how's the weather? Oh, okay. Well, let's do it next week then. Because we've kind of been roasting now, so I guess we'll just make yours the roast next week. Don't
Wait a minute. Roast who next week?
So who wants to do it next week? Because he doesn't have time tonight. So we'll just roast mine. And then we can do his next week.
All right. If he doesn't have time, no, we can do him next week. That works.
What is 5 bros?
5 bros or 5 guys. Good cheeseburger.
I'm not sure. All right. Well, my roster's up and ready for you guys when you're ready. I don't know what else to do.
All right. Are we sharing a screen here? What are we?
I can't share it or it'll mess up. You have to look on the actual stream itself.
What's your What's your gamer tag again?
Oh God, I have to go look just a second.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, no, you're just gonna have it up on the stream, so we'll just look from
Yeah.
there. Don't worry about
Yeah. You're gonna be a little behind, but
it. That works. No, that works. We're just. Oh, there he is.
fifth brother. Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. The fast fifth brother. Yes. So I'll. So this is what I'm working on. So we were talking about it. See, I'm working on shards slowly for Cal. Can you see it, or do I need to make it bigger? Here, let me make it bigger. It's gonna cover our face, but oh well.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
What does try harder mean, Mr. Who?
There we go. No, that's not what we want. Damn it. No, we can't see.
Is that going to be the mystery of the week, or am I going to have to go back and watch the podcast
What? What's the mystery?
for the?
You're probably gonna have to go back and watch the podcast.
Yeah, I can do that.
Try harder. I have
Okay,
no idea. Okay, so
be,
you guys are back.
Be better at everything in general.
All right, he's 8.4 million. All right,
8.4 million. That's what I'm working on at the top as the favorites, as you can see. My Inquisitors, that 4 is going to be a 5 tonight, so I'll be hitting GI tomorrow.
and you're working on Jedi Cal.
Well, Jedi Cal and Grand Inquisitor. Grand Inquisitor will be unlocked tomorrow.
Okay, so
And then
Crafting
Jedi
Way says in chat, sort by speed, and we can guess how many are above 300.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's your guess, Logan?
15.
My guess is 5.
Oh my God, I'm giving him way too much.
Not counting GLs.
Right.
GLs don't count.
All right. Well,
Oh, okay. No, Geos don't count. All right,
No.
then 10.
My guess is 5.
Okay, so there you see I start with fifth brother and mark our way down
I
here.
still can't believe he's your fastest non-GL. The fuck?
Bob, Bob, can I please see Mara Jade's speed? Because I'm just afraid to even.
What does it need to be, 600 or something insane that I've never heard of that I didn't know you could do?
My Mara Jade's in the 350s.
324.
That's Mara
Okay.
Jade?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you have more than 5. Okay, how
I'm gonna slowly go because you guys are behind me. I'm gonna say right around Rex is where we stop.
Oh yeah, very behind you. Yeah. All right. All right. So 324 for her.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yeah, I thought he would have at least 10. At least.
Oh, Rex is 301.
You know,
Okay.
I gotta give Bob some credit for that. You don't see a lot of fast Rexes anymore. You really don't. The Rex team kind of.
So I was taking away from Rex, but it was fucking me over my gas counters. So
Two characters that I kept fast, even though counters like have gone by the wayside. Han for my CLS Rebels, and Rex for my 501st, no matter who the leader is.
Yep. So
My Rex is 313. He's not super fast, but he's still fast.
I actually reworked my Rex a little bit. He was under 300, and then I put a little work into his mods and got some good rolls, and I got him back to 312. And I felt like Rex at that point, because I'm actually for 3v3s I'm doing Rex 5s, Old Man Rex with the Omicron, and that's team I'm setting.
That'll get the job done.
Yeah, and my old man Rex speed is at like 330. And he's already gaining how much speed? Like, I don't even remember. Like, from his unique and from his Omicron, he's gaining like another 50 speed.
Oh, Bones, your mod score is more respectable than I would have thought.
I thought he would have had more over 300.
Listen, I have 21 over 300. I just counted them.
Oh shit!
So
I didn't give him enough props either.
Bones' mod score on the DSR bot is 5.22.
Out of what?
Pretty
what
good.
Does that mean? What's a high score?
I mean, it's a formula, so I don't know how they come up with it, but if you're in a hyper competitive guild, they look at your mod score, and if your mod score is not good, then they don't even consider you.
What's the typical mod score that people are looking for?
I don't know. It depends on the guild.
Yeah,
but you have 8 mods of 25 plus speed, 71 mods of 20 plus speed. So, and you have 408 6-dot mods.
That's actually not bad. He hasn't neglected his mods, to be honest.
No,
I have. So, if you want to compare Bones, you have 408 6-dots. I have 438. 25 plus speeds, you have 8. I have 20. 20 plus, I have 99. You have 71. So, like, really, you have good, like, 15 and 20 plus speed mods, but you don't have a ton of 25 pluses.
Yeah, I don't have very many of those. I don't know how you guys are hitting those, but sometimes I'll even work on shitty mods that are like for offensive that might only have like 8, 9, 10 speed, and I'll say fuck it, and I'll gold it up and I'll try to add a few speed, and it usually works. So I can turn some shitty mods into some pretty good ones. So I don't really pull and hit on just basic mods. It's all from calibrating and leveling up the gold mods.
But enough being nice to you and talking about how good your mods are. Let's roast you.
Yeah. Let's break me down, guys. Just fuck me up.
I'm actually gonna pull up your roster in game so that I can look through it without the lag.
But yeah, I mean, I got a 50
yard. Yeah, I'm about to do the same.
What do you guys want to see? Actually, what do you want to roast?
Okay, well, I guess it's probably better if we look at it on stream so that people can see what we're looking at. Okay, go to the top. Let's look at your GLs.
Hold on, I went to Bad Batch to show you guys my Bad Batch.
Okay, we'll stay there then.
Well,
and then we can go back to your GLs.
It's coming back around. Just give it a second.
I mean, I don't think we need to roast your Bad Batch. You just need to fucking do it.
Get them done. Figure it out.
Am I there?
I mean, you have 3 GLs. You have 3 GLs. Step your fucking game up, dude.
Yeah, but look at my fucking ships. How many people do you know have 3 ships that are GLs?
This isn't a praise commentary. This is a roast.
I have to be to defend myself.
and your
roast.
Your GLs, 2 of them are Relic 7. They're not even Relic 8.
Yeah, and I'm not going to. They do what they need to do. Especially Jabba. What the fuck? No one hits him until he's the last person there. So there's no need for that. Now, Master Luke, I would like to take to R8, but I'm just not ever going to do that. Because there's 1,000 other people I need to work on.
All right, flip your roster.
Look at all these blank people that I still need to get. It drives my OCD wild.
As soon as the stream catches up, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it too.
Schwartz, thank you, buddy.
Oh my god.
Waiting.
You guys are way behind.
What in the fuck?
Okay. You
are we there now?
Sucked at Conquest until this past time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's I always got the 4th from the last crate every time. And then this is what I'm doing. This is what I got. I have no Zori, no Bad Batch.
You don't have Trench. You don't have Ben Solo. You don't have Scythe.
The Conquest is so bad.
Not anymore. We're starting with Malicos.
So bad.
But look at all the shitty characters I haven't even taken up. Ugnaught.
Also, can you please upgrade your characters from low star levels to the next star level when they have the appropriate amount of shards? Good lord, get some shard shop currency, you savage.
I guess I could. Cup, man. Cup's just cup man do.
You need a 7-star cup.
I'm thinking about it. The guy Fishes R9'd him.
Oh yeah, Vicious is always on your stream, and your Lobot needs to be level 69.
Yeah, well, so does Cup. He's up there for AP gains. I really want to get Afra. It bothers me seeing these characters down here, but I don't know when I'll ever get her, unfortunately.
Afra's fun. You should get Afra.
It's actually Afra is something he should go get because the supporting cast for Afra is actually really good.
It's a good off-meta squad, too. You should step your game up.
It would probably be something I'd do after Leia, I guess.
I actually put Afra on defense in 3v3 because I feel like if the speeds are right and the modding is right, you can't just send in a scrub team to deal with Afra. You've got to bring in some teeth. You've got
to Han and Chewie it, basically.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes that option away from your opponent.
Yeah.
As far as like what I want relic, there's not that many characters that like, man, I really wish they were relic. Maybe a little first order like with Zori.
Nest. You need Nest.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that.
Actually, Nest is useful, but not as useful as she used to be.
No, she's not. Nest is.
She used to be the GAC really queen.
Yeah, she is, but it's
where I'm at, she would be useful.
There's too many options to deal with Nest now. Nest, I feel like, is a luxury. If anything, for Bob, it's. I mean, you're going, Bob. What legend are you going for right now?
Cal and then Leia.
Oh, so you're going for Cal and then Leia?
Yeah.
All right.
I still haven't relic Bastila Shan Fallen yet.
What would you be closer to, Jabba?
Oh my God! Look at that Geonosian Brood Alpha, you bastard!
You're kicked. Get the fuck out of the guild, man.
No, wait. My Geo Brood Alpha is still Gear 12.
Yeah, but is it 6-star?
Yeah.
Mine's 5.
You don't have a 7-star GBA?
No, I do.
Oh, 5-star. His is 5-star.
Mine's 5. Yeah.
5-star? No, mine is 7. Just every Geonosian I have is still Gear 12.
Yeah,
I mean,
5.
you could get it done with Gear 12. You wouldn't be able to beat the Accolade mission, but you could beat the Watt mission.
Yeah.
But Bob couldn't even earn a Watt shard.
It's just Geonosians were one of those teams where, I mean, I should put Geo Brood to relics at some point.
Mine's Relic 5.
Because overall for a tank, it's good to have, but I always got by without it. But then I'm also the jackass that put my Jawas to Relic 4 because I thought they'd be good in the raid and they were trash.
I have never been able to contribute to a guild, so like a Cam or a Watt shard. I've never been able to contribute, so I'm excited about being able to contribute to a Reva shard.
As your fellow territory battle officer, I'm also excited about you contributing a Reva.
I don't know what it feels like to contribute to the guild, so I'm looking forward to feel that for the first time. So.
Just Bob, remember one thing: when you do that mission, you're gonna have to do some mod maintenance because you do not want protection on those Inquisitors.
This is what I want to do. I want to mod it for the mission.
No.
Never change it.
Correction. You do want protection.
Oh, that's right. It is protection. You don't want health. That's right. You want protection. No, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Because the thermals are percent health, so you want more protection.
Right. You want more protection. I'm sorry. No, you're right. So
I will be the resident podcast corrector, and I will correct everyone when they misspeak.
Well, that's
why you're here.
That's why you're.
Yeah, that's why
you're here.
It means that I'm listening.
Because I'm most certainly not.
Okay, so
I've actually said to myself, if I paid as much attention to SWGOH as I did the NFL, I'd be well well into Kyber 1.
And you wouldn't have to use your money to make up for it.
Then you could be like me and you could float and get squished down.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the squish.
So all right, Bob, we're not done roasting you. Go back.
I know, but I want to show you guys something real quick that how close I am to C naturally. I'm not going to go get him, but I always thought this was kind of cool.
He has all of the Sith.
God damn it! I don't like that you can't. The journey guides and the collections is different than the journey guide.
Yeah, now that Bob is showing us this, that's actually kind of an interesting question. Is it pointless for players to go after the older legends, and should they be going for this new shit, or is there still utility with Rey and Kylo?
Ships will always be more important than old GLs because ships will get you crystals.
Yep.
I see with them. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just see with them tying new legendaries to events that they bring into the game at the same time. It's hard to do that. It's hard to go back.
And you're right. In like all of the conquests and like the new raids are requiring the new characters. So if you go to get like GL Ray, instead of farming your Imperial troopers up and getting the GL Leia requirements, then you're gonna fall behind in the new raid. You're gonna miss conquest feats. They want you to go after the new stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So I think to answer your question, older players should go for older GLs, like maybe one or two characters at a time to slow build them, but I don't think you should rush them. I think it should be something that you do slowly over time.
Yeah.
And I do have to agree with it. I think, Bob, you're actually in a really good place, especially after as hard as you went for Leviathan. Like, I know, like myself, for instance, I had to make a choice whether I'm going to go after Jedi Knight Cal or if I'm going to go for Leviathan. Yeah, the Leviathan rollout was terrible. The ship did not work. They did a fix. Now, apparently, they're doing
it. Works. It works now.
Well, yeah. But they're doing another fix apparently.
Oh, really?
I mean, I've sat in the top 10.
That was in the forums. They did say recently another fix is incoming because it's not working according to their vision.
So get this. I took my 6-star Leviathan for the first time in GAC. It was the first time I was able to use it. And I hit auto on a negotiator. And everyone knows my history with the negotiator. I joked, I was like, if this thing beats me, I'm quitting this fucking game for life. And I had to take it off auto because it was defeating me, and I barely made it out alive. Is this something you've experienced or what? I was blown away that on auto, the AI about beat my 6-star Leviathan with a negotiator. It was a 504k negotiator. Have you guys ever tried that?
No, I mean, to be 100% honest, when I do my fleet climb, if I see a profundity, I pick my Leviathan fleet and I hit auto and it wins.
And that's what I've been doing on Arena, right? Even with my 6-star. And that's what I told chat. I was like, I only know how to do this through Arena and I just hit auto, so I don't even know how the fuck to use it. So it was beating my ass. I had to quit what I was doing and fight it. So anytime you guys see Negotiator in a Grand Arena, try it with Leviathan and let me know what you think, because
I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that.
Like, I want to try to take him on in my shard.
I will not be doing that. No, thank you. I will ask for the check.
I do not pilot or captain a yacht, but from my pontoon boat, I will not be doing that.
Dude, if your yacht's a fucking negotiator, it's unstoppable.
Fair enough.
I fucking hate the negotiator, man.
It is really your kryptonite. All right, are we done roasting you, or are we going to viewer?
I think we're going to viewer questions. I think we fuck with poor Bob enough. Bob, work on your bad batch. Your mods are good, but you need roster depth. Keep doing what you're doing. I actually think he's in a good place. He's going for a Jedi Knight Cal. You already have Jedi Master Luke, right?
Yeah, I have JML, JMK, and Jabba.
I would say, I mean, and you're going for Leia.
Yeah.
So I think you're in a good spot.
And like you said,
if you were to If you were to slow farm a GL, I think it should be Slicker.
Yeah, I mean, I have several at
Yeah.
12 and stuff. I had it
I
pulled
think
up.
to pick up a back end legend, one of the older ones, to kind of round out your roster. I mean, the argument could be made for Ray. The argument can be made for Slicker. I mean, it depends on.
Ray will always be last. I know she's awesome. She'll always be last because of her requirements for me. That's just how I am. I know.
Do you know? Honestly, with these latest Datacron sets, I don't put Ray on defense anymore. I've been using her on offense.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Actually, because with these last two sets of Datacrons, the secondaries are so great that even a well modded, especially in threes, Star Killer isn't cutting it. But a mirror match, you'll beat it. Play it right, mirror match will beat it.
Right. Well, my Swolo will end up with JTR before it ends up with GL Ray.
Yeah.
That's how long it'll be before I get Ray. Because I'm going to work on Swolo when I get him here soon. But yeah. We'll see what I can do. But
viewer questions. What do we got from the community? What are they asking us, and what answers do we have?
Let's see. I'm trying to find the start. We didn't. Bones, I didn't see you copy and paste them into our channel, so I'm trying to scroll through.
Because last time we didn't read them, so I didn't know what we were doing. Next time I'll make sure I do it. But
Bob, for fuck's sakes, NFL kicker, you have one job.
He didn't use it. I did all that last time. He didn't even use it. It's like 4th and 1 on the 30, and he'd rather go for it than let me kick it. Like, come on.
Okay, so first question was from TK. Do you think Kneecap will become farmable when double drops start on a Cantina node? Question mark. Well, I think we found the answer to that, and it is no.
That's a no. They're not gonna we're getting a gift, but we're not getting that much of a gift.
Next question is from Aussie Mike. I'm relicking up the Kneecap. What are Jinjang berries? Are they some sort of rage-inducing berry?
What's funny is I saw that picture in Discord. I didn't know berries was their relic.
And for those that don't know, Jinjang berries are the the relic, the thing, like everyone has their item for their relic item, and Princess Nisa's relic item is Jinjang berries. It's a basket of berries.
Which makes me hate her even more.
I don't know, man. I've got no comment for that. I saw berries and I read the question. It's like I don't know. It's like they're running out of shit to do.
So if you ever played Battlefront 2, not the original one, but the remake, there was an Ewok game mode where there was 1 or 5 Ewoks in the trees and 20 stormtroopers, and then the Ewoks would throw rocks at the stormtroopers and then jump out of the trees and attack them in the dark, and all the stormtroopers had were their guns with flashlights on them, and so you'd have to try to kill the Ewoks as they attacked you in the darkness. But the Ewoks would have these whistling things, so they would eat these berries and then throw rocks at you.
I feel like this is the opening of a really good horror game.
Crackberries.
You're in an underground bunker and you're trying to run from methed out Ewoks that have been eating berries and
meth walks.
Yeah, meth walks.
They made this movie in either the late 80s or the early 90s called Gremlins.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, I read
next question.
I read someone on the Discord that they used those berries in the cartoon to make tasty desserts. So if it couldn't get any more, you thought Omega was bad, now we have Nisa.
You like tasty desserts like cooking Han Solo over an open pit fire.
With the cherry on top.
Next question is from Extreme Makeover Alderaan. Why is CG pushing Galactic Legend Rey? I keep getting pack promos for Rey. I haven't seen these in years.
I don't know. I don't look at packs, and I'm not going for Rey.
Because Rey is a really good legend, and I'm sorry. I'm going to say
Rey.
this. You heard it from me. For those that say fuck Rey, I'm not putting gear into Rose Tico. You're an idiot.
I'm Rey.
Fuck you.
No. Rey is what she does defensively and offensively. She is outstanding. To this day,
she's a nuisance.
Still holds up.
I know who she is. Every time I see her, I counter the fuck out of her with Starkiller, and it's the best counter ever. It's the one
says the king of Kyber 3. How many Rey teams have you faced in 3v3 that are Rey, Swolo, and Cal, Scav Cal?
I don't see Cal very often.
That team is
fuck.
So fucking annoying.
I just saw my first Tusken Raider team today.
Or you know what else? It's Rey, Solo, and Hermit Yoda.
I can counter that with my Starkiller. The Scav Cal team keeps giving protection up and healing people, and then you throw healing immunity in there with the Datacron. It's makes me want to throw my phone.
It's a pain in the ass. Rey is nice. She's a rough legend to deal with even right now.
Next question is from Aussie Mike. The discussion over Night Sisters versus Jabba seems to have died down. Do we think they've forgotten about it? I hope so.
They're hoping that you forgot about it, that they forgot.
You know, I've won a couple matches where, you know, I have GLs or counters that I'm putting elsewhere, and you know what? If I see that my opponent has slip dumped somewhere, I have no problem two-shotting Jabba.
Yeah.
Getting the Marincron, knocking out the sides, and then bringing in something light and knocking Jabba out of there. I have no problem with that. And with that, with the way the Night Sisters work, with that many stacks of plague, honestly, you're not going to get through to Jabba. That's been proven.
I think people like to complain about this counter, but it's not going to be relevant once Datacron expires.
No, I don't think so either. There's too many stacks of plague being put out with this Omicron where I don't know if it's going to work as well without it.
No, not to correct you again, but the Datacron, not the Omicron.
Or no, I'm sorry, the Datacron. That's what I meant. The Marin Datacron. Because you're getting 4 stacks of plague with that.
Marin's Omicron is good, but the Datacron is what puts the extra plague up, and that just literally kills all of the ads. I wouldn't be surprised if CG puts a nerf or a fix into an update and doesn't announce it or say anything. They just put it into the update notes.
I don't know.
Stay tuned.
I have noticed I am seeing less Jabbas on defense lately, and I don't know if it's because of Night Sisters or Slicker with all the armor penetration or what. I don't know.
I put my Jabba on defense in 3v3. In 5v5, I use it to attack with because I can get 65 banners against a GL. It's efficient.
It is. All right, what else we got?
Next question is, Crafting Way responded to the Jinjang berries question, saying the berries are from the Ewok cartoon. They are used in desserts. LOL.
Blueberry muffins.
But no one listens to me.
No, I did listen to you, and I want viewers to know that you read the Discord.
I am in there, guys. I'm not a bot.
Bones can read. He's a real life person. He reads the Discord channels. Please put your comments in. He will read them.
Is there a way to filter my personality into a bot? Like a Bob bot that can...
They did that during the Escape podcast. You were a floating head.
I miss my home. I want to go back.
We can make you a floating head. You just got to do it.
We'll see.
Logan, you might be able to answer this next question best. This is from Bro Council. What is the best use for Marin in 3v3? I've boosted my Night Sisters. I have 6 of them at Relic 7. Talzin, Daka, Marin, Asajj, Zombie, and Acolyte. What are the comps to use? Both Omicrons are active for GAC.
In 3v3,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm doing Old Doc, no, Mother Talzin, Marin, Asajj.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've seen as well.
That's because it knocks out the sides and then
On offense or defense?
offense.
Okay.
Cleans up the sides on a Jabba and makes the cleanup very easy.
In 3v3?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
What about the other three?
Yeah.
5v5. See,
No, like in 3v3.
Like
in 3v3, do you use Daka and Zombie with your Slicker? Or do you use them in a Night Sister squad, or do you not use them at all?
It kind of depends on how the map plays out.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm two-shotting Jabba, honestly, I feel like dealing with Lord Vader in 3v3 is a lot easier than dealing with him in 5v5. So Kenobi more often than not is going to beat Lord Vader in 3v3. So I'll two-shot a Jabba if I have to. Nail yeah, what was that? That was Jabba, and then take out Lord Vader, with one shot, and then Ray v Ray, and that's kind of how I've been dealing with it.
Oh, you do a Ray v Ray? You do a mirror match?
Yeah. Just because with the Datacron set with where I'm at in Kyber 1, Ray is just too. Oh my God, it's too durable. And then with this set, you've got armor pen and one whirlwind, and especially in 3v3, if Palpatine gets smoked, you're done.
Yep, that's how it happens.
You're losing that fight. So in 3v3, I got to the point where I'm like, this counter is now really not very reliable. So I'm
Do you put Starkiller on defense then?
Oh, Starkiller, I am not even fucking around with what the fuck is her name? The resistance tune with Finn and
Zori.
Yep. No, Starkiller, just face fuck.
That squad is painful if you take the wrong counter. It will fuck you sideways.
No, and I've learned that. I've tried a couple teams and it's cost me a match or two. So now I do a mirror match with Ray, and if I see a Zori team, I'm gonna start because Starkiller is a fucking hard counter with max banners on a Zori team.
All right.
It just fucking destroys it.
Next question is from Aussie Mike. I am enjoying the multi questions from viewers, so please don't be afraid to ask multiple questions.
No, ask the questions you want.
Aussie Mike says, do you think 3v3 territory war could be a way to shake up the staleness of TW? Say every 5th TW is 3v3? Question mark.
I'll take anything, and it could be every other one. I don't give a shit because any change would be welcomed. I mean, I don't give a fuck, to be honest, but they need to do something with it.
I don't. All right, from my perspective, where I'm at, no, don't do that. That's more work. That's more count. That's a different different Omicrons now for 3v3. You're going to give a bunch of other content creators a shitload of content to make, and good for them. I appreciate that. That's good.
Logan, are you a member or an officer of your guild?
I'm a member. I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't want none. I don't want none of that. No, officer, that shit. No, I want nothing to do with that.
As an officer of my guild, we approach TW this way. It is unless you are in a guild that is hyper TW focused, you're going to win half your matchups and you're going to lose half your matchups. Because you're going to get a cake matchup and win, and then you're going to get a shit matchup and lose. And you might get like a string of 2 or 3, and then it'll flip and it'll go the other direction. But the algorithm for matchmaking, unless you have tons and tons of TW Omicrons and your guild is organized for attacking in waves, especially when you have like 45 to 50 signups, it's so painful to have like a block of 45 teams and they're all GLs, and you have to say, okay, we got to get in and clean out these GLs, because you need everyone coordinated to come in all at once, take out the block, move to the next block.
Yeah,
and
no, I agree.
Our guild just doesn't play that way. So like when we face a hyper competitive TW guild, we just say, well, this guild's gonna fuck us, so why don't we just place a real FU defense, and we'll put all of our GLs on defense, all of our GL ships, and like just see what they can do.
I want to give a shout out to Three Bros and Brill though for their enthusiasm. Like the hype is real until it starts, and then everyone's like, "Oh fuck!" I use my 3 GLs on and lose every one of them, and I just quit.
We have an officer only chat about TW, and we run the bot and we talk about strategy and we decide like what we're gonna do. And generally, before the TW defense phase starts, where we tell people what to place, we know if we're gonna win or lose. And that's just how TW goes, and that's boring.
It's like, in TW, we win a few, we lose one. We win a few, we lose one. It's almost routine. Like the officers put out what teams we should place in each level. We do that. And then when it starts, they put out, well, hey, this counter works on this sector, use this team, and that's what we do. And that's, I appreciate anybody that's an officer in a guild that does that, because that's a lot of work. But it's routine at this point. No 3v3 in TW. That's
if they really want to make a change to make TW more exciting, decrease the number of teams required per sector so that it is less daunting and less grindy feeling. Like, don't make the sectors feel like they take as long.
Here's my thing. I want to be able to play it. So I want, like you said, maybe make it a little bit easier for people to full clear more. And then it comes down to banners.
Don't put 50 squads in a sector. Put 20 to 25, and then multiply the number of sectors so that you can choose which pathway you want to take. Like,
I agree with that.
Don't make it so that I have to clear more teams in a zone. Make it so that I can clear different paths. That would be much more fun to me.
Yeah, if they just revamp the whole look and then maybe change the paths and, like you're saying, change the numbers and everything and just change it around, maybe it'd be more fun.
Do a new map.
Yeah.
Do a new map.
I agree.
Well, unfortunately, they're not going to do any of this because all efforts are on the new raid.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else we got?
Next question is from Red, R3D. Any speculation from the gang on how the GLA team could possibly work? We kind of already touched on that.
But did we come up with an official opinion on that, though?
Okay, hold on. So with the Relic 8 attached to R2-D2, tunes such as Princess Leia, C-3PO, and even some Ewokness, it feels like she might have some sort of work to do with stealth abilities. That is something that I have connected. Anything that any of you have?
Honestly, I can't figure out the fifth. I think it's going to be Leia, Drogon, R2, Lobot. I can't figure out the fifth. The fifth.
I think it's going to be. I think it'll be OG Lando with his crit chance on his his little thing where he hits his wristwatch and does the roll. Double down. His double down move.
That actually that gains damage, I think, for each critical hit, if I remember the kit.
And turn meter, isn't it?
With Leia's kit, I mean, he may not need a rework. Maybe his kit will fit perfectly in conjunction with him. I don't.
That's my Nostradamus prediction.
I don't know.
I don't see
Lobot. I think the 4 again: Leia, R2, Drogon.
Any ideas, chat? Let's bring him in that we're not thinking about.
While chat's bringing that in, the next part of Red's question is, what has been your favorite surprise Datacron so far this season? We all thought how incredible the 15% Kron was compared to set 8, but now with set 10, they seem less amazing, 3v3 aside. The offensive capabilities really did surprise me.
I'll let you guys answer this because I don't know or care. I just do them because I have to.
I would say by character, I am hoping that the Jedi Knight Cal event comes back before this, and it will.
Yes, me too.
Back before this Datacron set is out. But I will say what's impressed me the most is the offensive efficiency if you have Datacrons with really good armor pen.
And Qui-Gon.
You are chewing through teams if you have Datacrons of this set that have decent armor penetration. Yeah, the Qui-Gon team is good, but even like other
stat wise,
stat wise, the secondary stats in this set are
armor pen. Armor pen has been very good.
Yes, it is.
And I think the Qui-Gon Datacron has been really good. I would like to roll the Ayla Datacron.
I have the Ayla when I've used it. It's dirty.
I'm almost deciding, like, do I try, if I get it, do I try it on offense or defense? I feel like it's better on offense. Like Jedi Master Luke, a Jedi and Ayla, and you always call the other Jedi to assist, and then Ayla will also assist and she will stun.
And I think that's the other great thing, because you can actually now you're given the option with this Datacron set where you can kind of split Jedi Knight Luke from Jedi Master Luke.
You can,
because of that Ayla-Cron, and it's nasty. It's nasty. So it gives you more options to make more teams on offense in GAC. Absolutely.
Next question is from Extreme Makeover Alderaan. Can we start referring to anything dumb that Bones does in SWGOH as, quote, Florida man decision, end quote?
I'm down with that. I'll go with Florida man decision. I'm cool with that. Bob,
yeah, where's he at?
Bob,
I had to go to the bathroom. I don't know what's going on. I just got back.
Can we start referring to anything dumb Bones does in SWGOH as a, quote, Florida man decision, end quote?
No, come from Kansas. See, I live in Florida, but the heat's getting to me, so I'm becoming a Florida. But no, you guys cannot. Anything that makes me look bad, no.
Next question from
myself.
Continuation of question from Extreme Makeover Alderaan. What pisses you off more in your guild? Someone not deploying and missing a star in TB, someone not hitting a raid and missing a prize level, or someone leaving turn meter in TW and not cleaning it up?
I've done all three of these.
Actually, it's for me, it's the star.
Same.
And you know what? I've been guilty of it, and I've felt bad, and that's why I've never really harped on other people that done it, because I've done it. Every now and again something comes up, and you just happen to be that poor schlep that it would have been your deployment that meant it.
And then you guys get your panties in a wad. This guy ruined it for everybody. We could have 5 more currency or 500 more currency this year. And then
I'm gonna kick your ass out of the guild right now.
It's like a shame. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones where they're shaming the girl when she's naked all the way through the town? They're going, shame, shame. That's how I feel whenever I do it.
But really, in Rise of the Empire, whatever star you're getting, going down 1 star, it's not like the make or break of your fucking account. Like, you're not getting such an insurmountable amount of more resources.
You should be thanking me. I just got you another star.
Okay, I'm gonna put in. So there were 3 options. I'm gonna go with option D. Someone who attacks the Riva mission and fails and doesn't get the Riva shard.
Okay.
I would much rather you contribute 1 Riva shard than miss a star.
That has happened to me twice.
Yeah,
I have failed the mission, and it's infuriating when you fail. I don't know. Like, there are certain people, I'm not going to call anyone out, but there are certain people who fail the mission more often than they complete the mission.
Oh, God. Now I don't even want to get the shard. If you guys know I can get it and then I fail, I'm going to be even...
If that's the case, then you know who the people are that are not changing mods over. If they consistently lose, they're not adjusting their mods.
And if you're hearing this and you're in our guild, you know that every time you lose, Avant's going to be like staring down through text at you. So be ready.
If you don't think I'm staring you down, you're oblivious. I am staring you down.
I can feel it too. I can feel it from like Brill, Senator. I can just feel it through their text when I know they're mad at me.
Can you feel the Cyclops eyes coming through the screen right now, burning you?
I am getting a little warm. I wondered why my swamp ass was starting to act up again.
Well, for the Riva mission, I changed my mods around. There have been 2 times that one Jawa did that mass AoE and 2 of my Inquisitors got stunned, and then you're like, well, that is the worst bout of RNG you could have gotten in that scenario.
That happened to me one time.
You can't recover from that.
I did recover. I have no idea how. It happened to me one time, and I was like, what the fuck? How did my Grand Inquisitor get stunned? And how did someone else get stunned? And then you know what I did? I stacked extra tenacity after that. I was like, this will never happen to me again.
No, that's of all the Riva missions I've ever done, I've failed twice.
And that does happen. I think I've also failed twice.
It does. But if you have the same,
so who's scolding you when you lose? I'm gonna be looking out and making sure I see your name every time now, or I'm gonna announce it in the Discord.
But how many? That's the thing. If you have other people doing the mission consistently and they're consistently losing, they're not taking it seriously and they're not adjusting mods.
How many shards have I given you, Bones?
Is this a Pico Burrito thing?
I'm about to get on my soapbox and preach.
You guys have given me about 16 total over this whole time that we've been there.
I've given you 16 of your 30?
No. Total, you guys have given me about 16. Do we have more than that?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay. You've given me 1/6 of all that, I'd say. Right? Because we have about 6 people who get it every time.
All right. I'm not going to go on to my soapbox. I'm going to go to the next question. It's from TK.
Thank you.
With Bones' disdain for condiments, has he ever eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Both could be considered condiments.
This is true.
Yeah,
they both are.
I love peanut butter. I don't mind jelly. I prefer apple jelly.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
And what the fuck is apple jelly?
I like both, Avant. I used to be a really big crunchy guy, but as I've gotten older, I've become a smooth guy.
What kind of jelly? Apple jelly is not an acceptable answer. That's applesauce.
No,
literally,
it's jelly, but it's apple. apple.
Now there's apple butter and there's apple sauce. There's no such thing as apple jelly.
I think there is. I think I have some
Like
in there
strawberry
now.
jam, blackberry
I'll have to go in there and look and take a picture of it. I think I do have some. But what I really like is peanut butter with honey. That's the best way to eat it. And also eat it on a hamburger bun. And then smash it. There you go. See, I'm more of a connoisseur.
You know, I love peanut butter on a hamburger.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna take a pass on that.
My son fried me a peanut butter sandwich. It was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Ray Rock, what's up, brother?
Next question is also from TK. Oh, never mind. That's an answer to a question. Next question is from Bodie. If you could buff or nerf any ship, which would you choose, and what would be the change?
I would nerf the fucking negotiator into the goddamn ground until it couldn't even counter the fucking resistance ship.
Hey, what? Why?
Fuck that ship, man.
Oh, you leave that ship alone. If any ship needs to be buffed, it's the finalizer.
Okay, what would you do?
I don't really know. Honestly, I think the benefits from Breach should be better. I think the offensive output should be better.
Breach or like the special, like the capital ship special?
No, not Breach. The capital ship's ability. What's that called?
Hunted. It's my job to correct you.
Yeah,
it's my job to correct you.
I know. There you go. I don't know. I feel like if you get that off, the ship should hit harder. I mean, I know they do if you defeat somebody with that, but it's just not a threatening fleet, and I feel like it needs some more as for a ship that should get.
What you're saying is you want people to bow to the First Order.
Well, not necessarily bow to the First Order,
Fuck
but
no.
Give the ship a little more teeth. Like, it doesn't have a lot of offensive punch.
I always thought that fleet was fun, and it could have been more of a glass cannon fleet. And there's like the potential, and like the tank made it like almost there, and you could do some good counters against Executor with it. But I feel like it is missing like a little bit of ramping offense or something.
Yeah. And what was the other part of the question? What ship would I nerf?
Well, if you could buff or nerf.
So you already gave your answer.
Yeah, I would just buff. I wouldn't nerf anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't nerf anything either. I'd definitely buff. I think my answer would be I would buff Wedge and Biggs so that you could put them into a home one fleet and make that fleet counter something. Like I feel like that fleet should have like an anti-Empire synergy.
Yeah, it's such a wasted.
That's when Red 5 comes in. They'll
I know.
They'll have their day. I'm not going into the skeptical or that's coming soon. I'm just saying when they do it, that's when that'll happen.
I think Wedge and Biggs, along with Raven's Claw, could be something good if they wanted to like tweak that a little bit.
I agree. I feel sad.
Next question. Next question is from CS Wins. As always, thanks for the work you're putting in, fellas.
Of course, man.
Salute.
I work my ass off every day for you guys. You better appreciate it.
Yeah, I put in hours of preparation for this podcast tonight.
Oh, hours.
Just messing. We appreciate you, buddy. We appreciate you guys.
CS Win says, what's your favorite team to use in game? They don't have to be good. They don't have to do much. Just a team you always go out of your way to use.
Good question.
Troopers.
Bones?
Star Killer and CLS.
My answer was going to be Troopers, but I'll be more unique than that since Logan said that. And my answer will be Adrad. It's a really fun team to attack with.
He is.
you build up the stacks till you get to his ultimate, and then just drop the bomb. It's a lot of fun.
It's such a cool, and it's like a banner bomb because you get all your characters back and you delete them pretty much. I love that move.
You all fucking wait till Beskar Moff Gideon comes out, and then troopers are gonna take their rightful place back as being some badasses.
I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to find out more about
That's
it.
awesome. I think this next Conquest tune, it's probably going to be another couple Omicrons, so get ready. But it's gonna change the face of how troopers are used.
CS Wins also asked a question, and food related. What is better, mashed or baked potatoes?
Mashed.
Mashed. I like both,
Mashed.
but mashed.
Also mashed.
Because I end up mashing my baked potato.
Everybody does.
Anyways,
like you throw a bunch of butter on it, and what do you do with your fork?
I don't
like you mash the shit out of it.
I don't mash my baked potato. I cut it. I do like a long slit, and then I do 2 down the sides, and then I like pop it open, and then put the toppings inside.
You would hate.
So
you would hate eating with me, Iman. Everything you do with food is so proper, and I'm just like.
Yes, I would. I would. Yes, we would not get along at a dinner table, probably.
And Alex, my wife, hates eating around me too. Like I act like I just got out of jail when I eat. You know how you put like your arms around and you're like snarfing it in your mouth.
Now I'm curious and I want to eat dinner with you.
Love that. Snarf. He literally said snarf. I like that.
I love something that goes down my gullet.
Last part of CS Win's question is, if you're taking a night to go out to eat, where are you going?
Whataburger, baby.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Or like a restaurant. Like, did you mean
like what type of restaurant?
Oh, okay.
Well, not necessarily a date, but if you're going to go out to eat, where are you going to go?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's fast food, I would do something like Whataburger. But if it's a restaurant, fuck, I don't know. I would go to like a... I know you guys hate me because I love to eat cheap, but like a Chinese restaurant, like a buffet or.
I thought you were about to say White Castle, and I was.
But still, like the ghetto thing of like eating out would be like Chinese food. You know what I mean? The cheap way. So I would either do Chinese food or Mexican restaurant. What about you guys?
Logan?
There's a downtown Saratoga. There's a very nice Japanese steakhouse called Duo. They do have hibachi and sushi places. I very much like that. There's also Texas de Brazil, which is near Albany, which is like a all-you-can-eat meat sweat coma. I enjoy that.
I don't know if I want to go there. For some reason, I thought of it like a sweaty meatball.
I think I'm going to go there.
No, they literally, it's a buffet where it's a little pricey, but you go there, and all they do is come up to you, and you have like a coin, and you'll flip it when you're done. You don't want any more food, but these.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
What's the coin have to do with anything?
You are given non-stop cuts.
It's a green side or a red side. Green side means you are.
Green side means you want more food. Red side means don't come here.
So the waiters walk around and they have different cuts of meat. If your coin is green, they will say, "Hello, sir. Would you like this fillet wrapped in bacon?"
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it all you can eat then? Kind of like a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I've never heard of that. I would be interested.
It's like a Fogo de Chao. That's a similar type of restaurant we have here in my region.
However, we do have some places around here that the missus and I like to go to, which are kind of sometimes the best food you can find is in your good old-fashioned dive bar.
I was going to say, or a whole
and
wall.
Sometimes bar food is some of the best food, and we do. We're fortunate enough to have some places around here where We can go and watch football and get amazing chicken wings. So there's that.
And those Mexican restaurants that look like it's in a house, or you know what I mean. It looks like it's about to fall apart. Those are the best places.
So the answer for me so right now I live in like a rural area of Maryland, and I used to live in Baltimore City. When I lived in Baltimore, there was an Argentinian steakhouse. That's easy answer for me. That steakhouse was delicious. They made delicious steaks, empanadas, risotto, fried plantains. Argentinian food is amazing. Outside of the city, I would say my answer is probably somewhere with good seafood, like a nice crab cake, maybe some good fried fish. But that's like a mid-Atlantic thing. If you're not from the mid-Atlantic, you don't know about crab cakes. People like to joke about wedding crashers. Crab cakes and football, that's what Maryland does. That's pretty real. It's pretty real.
I'm not gonna lie. There's times I order crab cakes. Those are good.
I
don't order crab cakes outside of Maryland because it's not good. It's not the same.
I order crab cakes when I go to Maine.
I mean, they say if you're getting seafood 100 miles past the coast, it's not good seafood.
No, my fiance is not a seafood fan, but we love going to Maine, and whenever I go to Maine, I order seafood because it's fucking Maine. Because the seafood is right there.
If I can see breading in your crab cake, it's bad.
I'll agree with that.
I've never had one. I'll have to try one.
Final question is from Crafting Way. GL check again. I want to see the GL Ray modding. Did you go for high offense, health, speed? Do you use a traditional resistance squad, or do you throw in some spice?
I love some spice, man. I'm trying to find some right now.
I personally do my Ray a little differently. I do very high health. My Ray's health is about 240,000. My speed is only 509. Now, I know that's slow, but here's the thing. From my experience in mirror matches, you want your Ray slower.
Yes, you want to go second.
AI, you want them going into their ultimate. And when they do it, you
throw your ultimate up and block everything.
Everything. So you want your Ray slower, but ridiculous survivability. And that's how I've done my Ray.
So my Ray, Crafting Way's question makes me think I need to switch up my mods a little bit, because my Ray has a speed and a health set, and my General Kenobi has an offense set. I've always wanted my Ray to have high offense and my Kenobi to be a little bit faster. So I might swap their mods and see how that works for me.
Yeah, my Ray is a complete health set across the board.
My Ray is 574 speed.
God damn.
Yeah, but that's because when GLs came out, people picked Slicker or Ray.
You don't need her that fast.
I picked Ray, and I made her fast. Like, I gave her some of my fastest speed mods. She's one of my only GLs that has really, really fast speed mods. So I think I might swap those out.
I think you should. I think you could benefit some teams with some of that speed, because honestly, I mean, you don't need Ray that quick.
I've always wanted her to have more offense. I feel like that would be very useful. So I've been wanting to remod her, but definitely a choice. Something I might do in the near future.
That's why I keep my Ray at 509, because I have anytime I scope out my opponent, my Ray so far almost 100% of the time is slower, and I love it, because I'm like, well, You're going to get your ultimate off first. I'm going to block it, and then I'm going to do it to you. But my Ben Solo is modded for pure offense.
Oh, yes. Same. So the second part of his question was, what kind of squad do you use Rey with?
Rey, Ben Solo, Hermit Yoda. In 3. In 5s, obviously Rey, Ben Solo. I mean,
I know you put Scav Cal with your Ufu squad.
I do.
I like to put Scav Cal with Rey. I'll do in 3s. I'll do Rey, Swolo, Scav Cal.
No, and I totally get that. If you don't have the Seer team completely up and running the way you want it, Scav Cal and that team is in 5v5. That's ridiculous. It is. That's hurtful. But
Rayrock says Potato Head, Ben, and JTR in 3v3. I didn't know that was a thing.
In 5v5, I usually do Rey, Holdo, Scav Cal, JTR, aka Potato Head Rey, or is that GL Rey? I don't know. They both look like potatoes.
Rayrock's saying I feel like he's means GL Rey, but because who would be the leader? JTR?
No, Rey. So in 5s, I do Rey, Holdo, JTR, Swolo, and Scav Cal. Because Holdo and Scav Cal both heal, and Scav Cal gives the protection up. And JTR is just a complete nuisance with her dodge. And then Swolo can hit pretty hard.
In 5s, I'm generally obviously using Rey, Ben Solo, Sortie, L3, 37, and Barris.
A passive heal team.
Yep. I want Ben and Rey being the damage dealers, and I want my opponent to worry about Barris being there along with L3 and bringing, parts.
Barris is such a bitch with the Starkiller team. She really sends that sideways.
Yep.
Have you tried Sortie with that team?
Personally, no.
Well, no. In 5v5, my Sortie goes with Rey.
The only time I faced Sortie with that team was when the Sortiecron. After that, I haven't really seen it.
That's another thing about Rey that I love, which it drives me nuts how some players are like, I'm not getting Rey, because she's so fucking versatile and has such utility. Like, honestly, whenever we get a new light side character, what's the first thing people do? How does it work with Rey? That's the first thing fucking people do.
Because she's the lowest on the totem pole. That's the basic you start at.
No, it's not because she's the lowest.
She's the easiest one to counter.
No. I disagree.
I bet you could slap your guys' fucking Rey down and I could counter it right now. I wish we could do that.
I really, you know what? I really wish I could take my best 15 plus 15 cron with 375% defense and slap that on Rey and let Bob try that.
And I'll take JMK and demolish it.
Your Starkiller will go.
And my JML will destroy it.
No.
Even Jedi Master Luke is not guaranteed against Rey.
Not with that defense.
No. But it's not guaranteed to hold. It's the easiest team for myself to beat. Says
the king of Kyber 3.
Rey?
And that's why I am the reigning king. Because Rey is so easily beatable.
With the ability, with the fact that if you look at her kit, you revisit her kit, the fact that any ally that goes below 50% health gets damage immunity. And then you have her whirlwind. And then you have the fact that when she goes into ultimate, you can't do shit to her until she gets it off. She is one of those legends that her kit it's almost timeless. You get a new light side character that may have some
especially a tank, especially
a tank, and survivability, something it can add to the team. You immediately go, well, how's it going to react with Ray?
Anything that can draw attention away from where you want to be attacking is a problem.
Yep.
And Three Brothers says in chat, I bet that Bad Batch can beat Ray.
I doubt it, but okay.
Have you ever had an R9 Bad Batch take on that? You don't know.
If you have an R9 Bad Batch, we need to have a talk about priorities.
Watch,
We're gonna have
you guys are fucking with me so much. I'm gonna R9 every one of those fuckers, and then you're gonna.
I really hope you don't, because we're gonna laugh at you if you do.
No, I think you have a few other guild priorities you should focus on before you do that.
You know what? Fuck the Inquisitors. I'm putting them on hold. I'm gonna leave them at R4, where that last one's at, and I'm going for Bad Batch.
You know why Bad Batch are all still Relic 5, and that's where they're gonna stay?
I'm going to be searching the guild recruitment server for your replacement after this podcast.
Hey, chill out. I will invest in an Omega and her Omicron so we can get Cam Shard still. So, you can rest easy. All right, fellas, what do you guys think? You want to call it a night? We're hitting 3 hours.
I think we should. Yeah, it's 3 hours. Was that the last of the questions?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Well, it was a good episode. We covered some good topics. Bob still hates Ray, but there it is. Thank you for all of you that listen to us, support us. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host to say goodnight and close this out. Bob, Avant, do your thing.
Avant, go.
Thanks for joining, guys. Special thanks to Mr. Who for all the subs.
Mr. Who!
Love you, brother.
I would say you're our boo? Question mark? I don't know.
It's starting to become a love triangle.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching.
He knows. He knows boo. He knows who.
I feel like I need to close each show with "Welcome to the Jungle." Thanks to Mr. Who criticizing my backdrop, but sorry for those of you on podcasts who can't see the plants in my background.
The underbush. But yeah, thank you guys. To my co-host, love you guys. Always great doing this with you. Everyone at home, thank you guys for coming out here every single week and listening to at least my dumbass talk. These guys somewhat know what's going on, but I could probably speak for all three that we just do appreciate everything you guys do for us. Hit the fucking button, subscribe.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and if you think that's funny about Bob not knowing what he's talking about, wait for our NFL podcast. That is going to be epic.
Yes, and so be looking forward to that. We're going to do it. It's too much effort to do it on another channel. We're just going to do it here, and we'll give you some more, information when that comes around.
Yep.
For everyone who's live, stay around. We're going to raid somebody. For everyone who is not, once again, thank you all so much for the support. We love y'all, and we'll catch you guys.
Yeah, we're going to go do a raid.
Yes, sir.
Raid some fucking raids.
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Peace, everybody. Good night.